Well, well, well. I told y'all that we would know when the Cowboys were getting ready to do something. Whenever a certain player was going to be extended, I told y'all that's when we probably need to start looking at the Cowboys are going to do something. Well, the Cowboys went and extended Quinnen Williams to a monster contract, I believe making him like the second highest paid defensive tackle in the game. But we all kind of knew that he was going to get extended. But again, I think the thing that we probably need to start getting a little bit excited about is what exactly does the Quinnen Williams extension mean? Cowboy fans, I'm telling you, this team is going for it all. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. What is going on, Cowboys Nation? The Cowboys, the timing is so perfect. The Dallas Cowboys wait until the off day, the day before the Rams scrimmage, and they announce, just throws it out there. Quinnen Williams has been extended. Welcome, 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 Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And as you come into this live stream, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member or subscriber yet, what are you waiting on? We have a lot of great things coming up on this channel this season. Oh yeah, let's talk facts. Quinnen Williams. The Cowboys continue to do it. They continue to make up for a lot of the mistakes that they have made in the past. I want y'all to realize something. Have y'all noticed how the Cowboys are getting these deals done? How they're moving ever since they traded Micah Parsons? Yeah. I told y'all. It's been what? It's about to be 2 years. Hey, Cowboys are moving different. Told y'all last year when they hired Brian Schottenheimer, they're moving different. And to get this Quinnen Williams deal done, the way that they got this deal done, there's no point in kicking the can down the road. There's no need for drama. There's no need for any of this. The Cowboys are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So, Cowboys got the Quinnen Williams extension done. It's in the books. We don't have to talk about it no more. We're going to talk about, but what does it mean that the Cowboys have extended Quinnen Williams? Then, I want to go back. Man, I was at Warship yesterday. I didn't get a chance to listen to the Brian Schottenheimer press conference, so we're going to listen to that. Player interviews from yesterday. I got a little something to say about Caleb Downs. We're going to go back and listen to John Machota just dropped this on 105.3 The Fan. John Machota talks about the camp recap, the scrimmage versus the Rams, all the joint practices, everything. It's going to be a great day. Then we're going to listen to Nicole Hutchison. She's going to give us the summary of yesterday's practice. And then we're going to check out all of the great defensive plays. Man, that defense, man, boy. Man, I know it's practice. We're practicing against one another. But the way this defense is practicing, I'm just looking at they're in the right position, they're communicating, they're aggressive, and it is crazy to me how these doggone rookie quarterbacks are treating CeeDee Lamb out here. Boy, I love it. Man, these quarterbacks, man, we got some dogs out there in that secondary. We got some dogs, man. We were worried about this secondary, and I'm not saying that you can't add somebody else. But boy, I'm just telling you, these young guys are some dogs out there in that secondary. So man, we got a great show planned for the day. We're gonna be talking Cowboys. Buckle up, buckle in. Let's talk Cowboys. Hey, hey, hey. Let's get this roll call. Marvin Mays is in the building. What up, Marvin Mays? Got that extension done. Cowboys are gonna make some moves. Lord Nova, what's going on? Big Moss Dog in the building. Crazy Cowboys 72, what's up? Lynn from the 903, what up? Real Estate Vet, we got us one. Yes, sir, what's up, Real Estate Vet? Tommy Solo, what up, Tommy Solo? Jabril Quinn in the building. What up, Jabril Quinn? Appreciate you rocking with me today. He said the best channel on YouTube. Let's go, Jabril. Carl Williams, what is going on? Carl Williams, hey, I'm not gonna argue with you. Top 10 defense, he said. Chuck Dunaway, what up? I am him. What up, I am him? Dolores Ennis in the building. John Henry, what is up, John Henry? Mose Logan, what's good? The Cowboys are doing all the good. What's going on, Brock RTR? Brock RTR, let me tell you something. I think I might agree with you. Because I'm telling you, Brock, I think the only thing that will stop Von Miller from being in Dallas is the money. Because I can tell you this, he definitely campaigned. He campaigned. He want to be in Dallas bad. Chef Pope in the building. What's going on? Marcus Moncherio. Bump TY5X from the 903. What's going on, Bump? Dexter Scott is in the building. He said hit that like button. Let's go. Toucherfield is in the building. My man Bass. What up, Bass? Timothy Johnson. What is going on? Freddie Morella, Cel Truco in the building. Big Mouse Dog. Lord Nova, Bazzy 9. What's going on, Bazzy 9? Yeah, we ain't pocket watching, but Q got paid, bro. What's going on, Anthony Gadsden in the building? Katharina Kiss. All right, you've been on a break. I'm glad to see you back now. This is like 2 in a row, Katharina Kiss. Let's keep it going. What is going on, Queen? The Queen. What is going on? April Showers. What's going on? Thomas Goldrank Jr. What's going on? Good to see you. Ice Cold Cowboy in the building. Big Coop, what up? Brandy, as always, she says, hey, my loves. What's going on, Brandy? Good to see you. What's going on, DeMons? Good to see you. Yes, best intro music into the best show on YouTube. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Keep rocking with me. More to come. Dexter Scott said, welcome to Let's Talk Cowboys and We Talk Facts. Come in, hit the like button, let your opinion be heard, and please keep the chat clean. What is going on? Yeah. David Duval is in the building. What up, David Duval? All right. Keith George, what is going on? There will be blood in the building. What's going on? Man, I hope y'all are excited about this signing because I am, man. The Cowboys are moving the way they need to move. Blaine, what up? Bulky Cowboys Celtics, what is going on? Yes, sir. What's up? Backbreaker 10K, what is going on with you? JCT Slice, he said this is big. Q is one of the best in the game. This was big to get him signed, but here we go again. Now we got Kevin Wiles and bro hating on Dak. Hey, we still have 4. Hey, haters gonna hate. Hey, R. Kelly said players gonna play, ballers gonna ball, and haters gonna hate. Let's go. Let's go. If they ain't hating, you ain't doing something right. If they not hating, you're not doing something right. What's going on, Timothy Johnson? Good to see you. Ripple in the building. Stephen White, what is going on with you, Stephen White? Davion Wallace, what is going on? Good to see you today. All right. Hallelujah. Salute. Yeah, we gonna sign GP. You watch what I tell you. They're gonna extend him because I'm gonna show you something about what Quinnen Williams did And I think it might be an indicator of what I believe George Pickens is going to do. What's going on, Darren Posey? Football Fanatic is in the building. Good to see you. All right. Derek Jones. What up, Derek Jones? Good to see you. All right, let me see. Let me put this in, see the tag locks. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. We'll look at that in just a moment. More Eddie. What is going on? Good to see you. Frederick Johnson is in the building. Tim Johnson is in the building. What's going on? Deion Jefferson, good to see you. What is going on? Darren Posey in the building. Cobie D in the building. What is going on? Good to see y'all. Nathan Too Tough, he said he's excited. True test is going to be the Rams. I agree. What's going on, Lou Law? What's going on? Mikey Fresh. What's up? Chris Dunaway. Yeah. Gabe Mo 1. What's going on? Jamal Ism. Good to see you. Good to see you. Big Coop. Bama Boy. Mark Davis, best smelling man on YouTube. And I know that not because I've smelled him, but because Mark Davis has a YouTube channel where he does fragrances and he got a collection second to none. What's going on, Mark Davis? Michio, what's up? Nick Burston in the building. What's up? All right, let's get this show started, y'all. Takira Gadsden is in here. What is going on? Randall Armstrong. Prayers up for you, my brother. Sending up September. Randall Armstrong said he's been sick, but he's back now. Yeah. Let's go. Appreciate you for rocking with us today. John Doe. What's up? Horace JF. Catherine the kids said had to take the grandkids on a vacation during the summer. We took 3 different trips. Glad you're back. All right. Man, let's get this thing started today, man. What's going on, Veron Cooper, Marlon Dillard? Don't want to leave anybody out. I always appreciate y'all rocking with me. Ronnie Dub in the building, Azteca. Boy, let's get this show started. Man! The Cowboys are taking care of business. Cowboys are taking care of business. Mr. Get Dirty in the building. What's going on? Man, I am telling y'all, they are taking care of business, Cowboys Nation. They are taking care of business. And getting Quinnen Williams extended was a huge deal. It was a huge deal to get Quinnen Williams extended because now we don't know exactly what the salary cap numbers are going to look like, but this definitely opens up the door for the Dallas Cowboys to really start doing some other things. You know, I've seen people talking about Jordan Brooks. I'm not really sure about Jordan Brooks, you know, and we won't have a long discussion about these two players, but because the Miami Dolphins recently extended Jordan Brooks, and because of Max Crosby and things going on with Max Crosby, those may be trade deadline moves. So we'll see what those look like. But nevertheless, the Cowboys have fixed it to where that whenever they decide to do something, they're going to be able to do something. This is going to free up, I believe, quite a bit of money for the Dallas Cowboys. I think it's going to free up quite a bit of money. And, you know, when you think about this Quinnen Williams extension, when you think about the Quinnen Williams extension, I want you to kind of pay attention to, like, the ramifications of this. We got a player who signed an extension with the Cowboys. Quinnen Williams is 28 years old. If I'm not mistaken, they're saying that he signed the biggest third contract ever for a defensive lineman. But he's the second highest paid defensive tackle in the game. And the reason why I'm bringing that up This may be an indicator, and I'm telling you, premonition even. I don't think George Pickens is going to ask the Dallas Cowboys for $40 million a year. There are a lot of people who are afraid that the Cowboys are not going to be able to get a deal done with George Pickens next year. But I believe they will be able to get a deal done with George Pickens next year. Because I don't think George Pickens is going to try to be the highest annually paid. He won't be the highest annually paid wide receiver. George Pickens, they will probably focus more on the back end of the deal. They'll be focusing more on the guaranteed money because that's really what you need to be focused on. But understand this about the George Pickens deal. I believe that will be next year. You still have to include. You don't have to include, but you kind of got to include the money that George Pickens is getting this year in the deal. George Pickens has a guaranteed $27.2 million. If George Pickens was to even get an extension next year, let's say he signs a deal next year, and George Pickens takes, let's just say for the sake of argument, he takes around $35 million over a 4-year period, and let's say $100 million, or let's just even say $70 million is guaranteed. But if you add that up over a 3-year span, it would still make him in the top 5 paid wide receivers, if I'm not mistaken, because if you would put $27.2 million and put that along with a guaranteed $70 million per se, that would be $97 million guaranteed basically over 3 to 4 years. Yeah. See, this is how Dak Prescott, a lot of people don't realize, this is how Dak Prescott got paid. What really made Dak Prescott's money enormous was the tag years. Those were, man, that's what really hit the Cowboys. It was the tag years. So George Pickens, $27 million next year. Who knows whatever they'll do as far as guaranteed money goes. But again, I care nothing about these top end numbers. It's all about the guaranteed dollars. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want you to pay attention to the Quinnen Williams extension. The Cowboys are starting to do things like people who manage the cap well. They're starting to do those type of things. People don't realize the Ty Smith deal actually doesn't start until after Ty Smith's rookie deal is over. And so basically what they did was they are smart. They included the remainder of that deal. I think it's maybe even what the 5th-year option might have been. Plus, you get those additional years. And so that's how all of that money adds up in the grand scheme of things. And so I want to look at Quinnen Williams. This was really a no-brainer. And let's see if they got the Quinnen Williams contract up yet. And even if they don't, I think you can see some things with the Quinnen Williams contract that I'm telling us that is going to make a heck of a lot of sense. So let's see here. I don't think they have it up yet, but we can kind of add this to the contract so that we can kind of see what the Cowboys are kind of doing here with the Quinnen Williams deal. See, the Cowboys are really smart in how they did this deal with Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams had something strange in his contract from what my understanding is. Before Quinnen Williams left the Jets, Quinnen Williams did something in his deal to where Quinnen Williams actually had an option to where he could have opted out of his deal at the end of the 2026 season. He had that in his deal on his own. So basically what the Cowboys are doing, Quinnen Williams had 2 years left on his deal. So basically what the Cowboys did is the Cowboys are keeping this part of the deal the same way. They're keeping the 2026 and 2027 portion of the deal, if I'm not mistaken. They're keeping that part of the deal. So the old deal is going all the way through 2027. And so basically what the Cowboys did, this season was guaranteed. So the Cowboys come back and say, okay, we're going to go ahead and do the rest of this, which now it is guaranteed. And now we're adding to 28. Now we're adding to 28, 29, and 30. So you gave him $105 million starting in 2028. Now watch this, how smart the Cowboys are in how they did this deal. $105 million today isn't $105 million tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. $105 million tomorrow isn't $105 million today. So when this new part of the contract kicked in, I think this is how they did it. When the new part of this contract kicks in, well, the salary cap will already have went up. And so what the Cowboys are going to be doing is, and what they did with the signing bonus and all of that, the Cowboys have basically minimized Quinnen Williams' contract or cap hit by the time that contract even kicks in. Yeah, this is how you do wizardry with these contracts. Yes, the salary cap is real, but you got to know how to work that salary cap to where it never hinders you. You got to know how to work the deal. And so the Cowboys have worked the deal to where we now have Quinnen Williams wrapped up for 5 years. He's the second highest paid defensive tackle, at least right now. Probably in another year or two, Quinnen Williams will probably be somewhere around 8, 9, or 10. Yeah. Great move. Great move by the Dallas Cowboys. You got a leader on your defense. He's going to anchor your defense now for the next 5 years. He solidifies everything that you're doing. So, when people start looking at the deal, just understand what you're looking at. The Cowboys really did this deal perfectly. And you're going to see how it all shakes down in the end, that this is going to be, again, just like with Ty Smith, one of the smartest deals the Cowboys have made. Yeah. It's one of the smartest deals the Cowboys have made. And so more details will shake down about the deal here pretty soon. But it's really a very team-friendly deal for the Cowboys. DallasCowboys.com, they're talking about it over here. They said the Cowboys and Pro Bowl defensive tackle Quinnen Williams have agreed to terms on a 3-year, $105.9 million extension, making him, watch this, making him one of the highest paid defensive tackles in the game. Yeah, one of. And I'm telling y'all, man, I believe this is a premonition in a sense. When George Pickens sees how this team is constructed and what they're doing, why would you leave a place that loves you and a winner to go and make an extra $4 million? Let's say you make an extra $4 or $5 million, but you got to go to a place to where the taxes are going to take that money away. What would be the point? Okay, hey, Poobie D, I appreciate this. Okay, Poobie D, yeah, this is awesome. Oh, excuse me. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, Poobie D, matter of fact, we're gonna pull this up here in just a moment. Let me see how I can pull this up here. Poobie D sent me something here that's awesome. All right. Yeah, we're going to add this into the next discussion of what does this mean. Okay, hold on a second. All right. Yeah, appreciate that. I appreciate that, Poobie D. All right. So again, you can kind of look at this. This could actually be a premonition because I don't think George Pickens is going to want to be the highest paid wide receiver. I'm not saying he wouldn't want to be the highest paid wide receiver. But if there's one thing I know about George Pickens, just looking at everything that I've been seeing, George Pickens is very smart. And this is one thing people have not given George Pickens enough credit for. George Pickens is very, very smart. This is why he's here in training camp. This is why he's been doing everything that he's doing. And I guarantee you, George Pickens will have his team to do their due diligence. It's not going to be about being the highest paid. It's going to be about, okay, what does it mean if I get paid here versus there? How much am I putting in my pocket versus how much they're saying that I'm making? Those are two different things. Because I'm telling y'all right now, $30 million in Texas isn't the same $30 million in California. So I think this may be a sign of things to come as it pertains to even George Pickens. But again, this issue with Quinnen Williams, great deal by the Dallas Cowboys. Says right here, it's a big part of all the moving parts that we went with our trade last year. Jones told DallasCowboys.com, I think this is kind of, at the end of the day, puts a bow on top in terms of knowing that we're going to have Q here for the next 5 years long term and have Kenny Clark out there rolling. The deal we made with Rashawn Gary and how we used the pick on Malachi Lawrence. All these things, you can't say they were all tied to just that, but it's a big deal. And certainly he represents everything that we want in a Dallas Cowboys football player. He's not only a great football player, but he's a man, he's a leader who people in the locker room look to every day. I was just talking to Christian Parker. He's the best player out there on the field. Yeah, this was a great move by the Dallas Cowboys. Great move by the Dallas Cowboys. Let me read these super chats real quick. Appreciate you, Demons. He said, hey, G, I purchased a bottle of blueberry musk for myself. Yes, sir. And the bottle came on my dad's birthday, and I gave it to him, and he loved it. Yeah, thanks for the promotion. Yes, sir. Hey, Demons, let me tell you something. I also went out and got another one, man. I forgot the name of it, but who makes it, but it's called Zendaya. It's another blueberry cologne, man. Hey, you got to get your nose on it too. It don't cost a lot of money, but it's called Zendaya blueberry musk. Man, the ones let me tell you. So you know how that blueberry musk smell? So I want you to imagine that blueberry musk like somebody poured just a little bit of like vodka or something in it. It's got a little bit more of the fruitiness in that Zendaya lasts a little bit longer. It tastes like like somebody put just a little bit of alcohol in it. Man, you got to smell it. I'm telling you, it smells good, bro. Yeah, appreciate you. Telling you, man. Some people don't know, boy. You put that blueberry on, boy, you smell like you just walked out of the Willy Wonka chocolate factory, bro. Telling you. Smell like chocolate-covered blueberries. The lunatic. Yeah, now extend Dak, trade for Max, and he said, let's go. The lunatic. Now, we've already been talking about it over here, but I think the Dak Prescott deal is going to catch a lot of people off guard, but I do believe that Dak Prescott is going to be next. I believe Dak Prescott is going to be signed next. And I got a strange feeling that Dak Prescott on his extension, I don't think he's going to try to hit the Cowboys the way he's the way he's hit them in the past. I think Dak has finally kind of gotten over the fact that they franchise tagged him twice and his ankle got turned almost backwards. I think Dak Prescott has finally got over that. And I really think he wants to win a Super Bowl really, really bad. So I'm not going to be surprised if Dak Prescott and the Cowboys do some kind of witchcraft with his contract next year that's going to extend him out maybe another couple of years. Probably extend him out. It'll probably be 3, but it'll really be 2. Extend him out another couple of years and enable them to not only get a George Pickens deal done, but also get some other things done. So, yeah, they're not done. They're not done by far. I'm telling y'all, I told y'all last year, the Cowboys are about to make a ferocious run at the Super Bowl. They are about to make one of the most ferocious runs you've seen. They're going to make a ferocious run. I'm telling you, they're going to make a ferocious run, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Bass, I think he's going to give them a discount. I do. Bazzy 9, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Trying to tell you. I'm telling you, man, that blueberry muscle, that Zendaya. Woo, boy, both of them. Both of them. Quinn said, I feel a major move is about to happen. Oh, yeah. Bama boy, to know you didn't say Lego Field a cool. Yes, sir. Boy, that was since back in the day. You know what, Geneva. Is that Geneva Lynn? You know what? I'm not so much over Max Crosby. I don't even know if it's really that. I don't really know if that's even in the Cowboys' plans. You got Quinnen Williams. And again, if you just keep looking at what your team is, Will McClay said it when we listened to Will McClay. Will McClay said they're evaluating the team so that they can gauge what kind of player do they need to bring in. So again, man, the Cowboys may not feel like they need a Max Crosby level of player. They may not feel like they need that. But again, let me read a little bit more Quinnen Williams, then we're going to go to what that means, because that's kind of what you guys are talking about. It says here, from the outset, Williams made it clear that he wanted to remain a Cowboy for a long time. He said, for sure, man. Williams said when asked if he wanted to stay with the Dallas Cowboys long term, especially being here with these guys. You've got a phenomenal group, a phenomenal staff. Organization-wise, it's unbelievable. And then having guys that you can call and lean on. Like DeMarcus Ware is one of my guys. It's unbelievable, man. Like I said, I'm not focused on no contract. I definitely want to be here for the long haul. I definitely would enjoy and love being here for the long haul. But I want to win, and that's kind of the only thing I'm really focused on. Yeah. Quinnen Williams just said something. He's enjoying the Dallas Cowboy ecosystem. A lot of people don't realize it, but the Cowboys have a very good ecosystem when you think about past players. A very good ecosystem. And now when you got Brian Schottenheimer bringing in some of these older players every year and all of those different things, you're just watching you're watching Schotty take advantage of a very good ecosystem. And he's put together a great culture so far, great coaches. And, the Cowboys had some great players, have added some great players. It's no coincidence to me that 4 of the players that they've traded for or gotten in free agency, they're all a part of the Cowboys Leadership Council. Yeah. Timothy Johnson, he said, what side is that G for the cologne? Okay. Oh, what site? You said what site? I got mine on Amazon. Miss Matrix, she said, gee, I can say I love the signing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of us are excited right now because it's just a sign of more things to come. It's about more things to come. Yeah, Rodney, he said it's not about needing Crosby. It's about loading up for the Super Bowl run. Well, Rodney, and I agree with you, but I think the Cowboys may not consider, or they may be saying that there are other players that they consider that also would be the load up for a Super Bowl run. So as we are talking about Max Crosby, so let's go to what does this mean? What does this mean in the grand scheme of things? What does it mean?
Here we go.
And I do believe it means that the Cowboys, whether it be now or over the next few weeks, the Cowboys are going to do or about to make some moves. They are about to make some moves. And I'm going to tell you something, man. There is one player, this dude here, I'm sorry, if I'm the Cowboys, man, I at least got to get I got to get Von Miller in at least for a conversation, man. Von Miller is absolutely lobbying to be a Dallas Cowboy. He is lobbying bad. I mean, he's putting up AI pictures, or somebody on his team, they are putting up AI pictures of Von Miller in a Cowboys uniform. I don't know who's doing this stuff, but this was Von Miller on yesterday. Have y'all seen this? This is Von Miller on his Instagram. Von Miller is lobbying, man. He wants to get in Dallas bad. I don't know. I don't know, man. He wants to get in Dallas bad. He is basically saying he can bring a Super Bowl to Dallas. Von Miller posted this on his Instagram. This dude is wanting to get in Dallas bad. And I'll be honest with you. It all depends on what Von Miller wants to get paid. Because for me, if I'm the Cowboys, I would be talking to Christian Parker. I would be talking to Brian Schottenheimer and kind of seeing how do they feel about this. Because I'll be honest with you, I just think Von Miller is a no-brainer. Von Miller to me is a no-brainer if you can get the contract right. If you can get the money right, I think Von Miller is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. All you need to do is get him in. Von Miller, give him 15 plays a game. Anytime you get in pass rushing situations, bring in Von Miller. Man, you put Von Miller with Rashawn Gary, Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark. Man, you got a pretty good boy. Ooh-wee. Man. Ooh. You talking about got a pass rush out of this world. And I think there are a few more free agents out there, and you never know, the Cowboys could trade. Jerry has already made it clear he's not opposed to trading either that first-round pick next year or that second-round pick, and probably not a combination of both. If they were to bring in a big fish, it wouldn't surprise me if they did a first-round, second-round in 2028. So the Cowboys, they are serious about improving this team. And so at the end of the day, all they are looking for, and Will McClay already made this clear. What did I tell y'all even before Will McClay's interview? They're going to be looking for players that fit the system, that make sense as in S-E-N-S-E, and make sense as in C-E-N-T-S. That's what they're going to be looking for. And I can tell you this, boy, Von Miller, if there has ever been a player lobbying to play on a team, it is Von Miller. Man, he wants to be a Cowboy bad. And again, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think Von Miller, if the price is right, I think Von Miller would be good for the team. If the price is right. If the price is right. What's going on, Gregory Davis? Frank Lawrence in the building. Michael Lee, what's going on? Michael Lee, he said, gee, if we can get more players who wants to be here, who can help us to get a Super Bowl, we set ourselves up for a three-peat. Hey, it's going to be a pretty strong team. Marvin Mays, I'm with you. I don't think he's looking to break the bank. And if he's not looking to break the bank, he can be in Dallas. He can be in Dallas, man. Come on. Bring him on. Rodney said, I'd love Vaughn and Clowney to replace Sam in Houston. Rotation of Gary, don't know, Malachi, Vaughn, Clowney would be unstoppable. Yeah, wishful thinking. Hey, I agree. You know what? I wouldn't get rid of Houston, but Sam Williams, I think I would take Von Miller over Sam Williams. I would. I would. But I want to keep James Houston because James Houston can rush the passer. And I think he may pay dividends inside of this Christian Parker system. So, but again, with Von Miller, it's all about, is the price right? Because when you think about best free agents available, Von Miller is one of them. He's one of them. I'm not really big on Bosa. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm not really big on Bosa, but you never know. The Cowboys could maybe consider Bosa as one of those players. Let me see here. Best landing spots for the top NFL free agents of the 2026 preseason. And, of course, it's no surprise. You know, they have Von Miller's picture up here. It's no surprise. Von Miller has to be one of the best free agents out there. Now, of course, Keenan Allen, you know, we're not looking for a wide receiver. Got Mekhi Becton out here. This is a guy I would like for the Cowboys to bring in. I would definitely like the Cowboys to bring in Taylor Decker, even if it's just a backup role. Bring in Tyler Decker. And then you have Leonard Floyd. I thought Leonard Floyd already got signed. Well, let me make sure this is recent. This is the day. I thought Leonard Floyd was already signed. So Leonard Floyd is not signed. Interesting. Didn't know that. You have Leonard Floyd out here. They're saying the Atlanta Falcons would be his best landing spot. Najee Harris is still out there. Tyreek Hill, they're saying Los Angeles Rams would be a good spot for him. That would be scary. Wow, they got Von Miller talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. They said the Philadelphia Eagles would be a good spot for Von Miller. Yeah, you know, we'll see what happens with him. We'll see what happens with him, but he's lobbying for the Cowboys. Bobby Wagner is out there. Poobie D said no way on Poobie D said no way on Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner is still out there. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure that Christian Parker, I don't know what Christian Parker's mindset is on a Bobby Wagner type player. But again, Nick Bosa is out there. They didn't have him on the list, so maybe they don't consider him to be that high. But Nick Bosa is out there also. But, you know, again, a lot of people have their eyes on players. Some people have their eyes on players that are already signed. So we'll see. You know, we got another list of players that are available over here. This list looks a little bit different. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, I don't know, man. I think he's going to have a hard time finding a team. Taylor Decker, again, I would like for the Cowboys. I would not mind them bringing him in. Marshawn Lattimore, no, he can't. No, Marshawn Lattimore can't cover nothing no more. Trayvon Diggs, I think, you know, it is crazy to me for as much as people were talking about Trayvon Diggs last year. Man, Trayvon Diggs, this is probably going to be a late signing for somebody later on in the year, and they're going to probably have to be pretty desperate for a cornerback. Let's see here. Got Jonah Wilson there. Jonah Williams, Jack Conklin, Hassan Reddick. This name has came up before. Hassan Reddick. I kind of like the name Hassan Reddick. I would like to see what he could do in the Christian Parker system. What do y'all think about Hassan Reddick? He's still out there. Of course, you got Joey Bosa. You got Joey Bosa out there. Now, me, I would probably prefer Joey. I would prefer Von Miller over Joey Bosa. And then you got a left tackle out here. I thought Cam Robinson was already signed. Okay, I thought he was already signed. Cam Robinson, left tackle for Okay, left tackle. Okay, he's still out there. I wonder who's going to bring in Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is out there. And then they said another notable, of course, we've already talked about Von Miller. I don't think we need another safety. There's 2 linebackers out there. What do y'all think about Kyle Van Noy or Matt Milano? Those are the 2 linebackers out there. Yeah, Kyle Van Noy is out there. Used to be with the Baltimore Ravens. Older player. I don't know. What do y'all think about him? Kyle Van Noy. And then who's the other player they had on here? Wait a minute. Let me read what y'all said about Hassan Reddick. I saw what Quinn said. He's a quitter. Maybe this is what Jabril is talking about. Tampa Bay Buccaneers outside linebacker Hassan Reddick leaves the field after pregame warm-ups before the NFL football game against the San Francisco 49ers in 2025. Is that what you're talking about, Jabril? Is that what you're talking about? I wouldn't be... Man, yeah, man, Hassan Reddick is out there, man. Gregory Davis, you said Hassan Reddick is looking to get paid. It ain't going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm actually surprised. From what my understanding is, Joey Bosa had a pretty decent season last year, too. From what my understanding is, Joey Bosa had a pretty decent season last year, too. I also think there are some other options out there. You know, everybody keep talking about Max Crosby. Everybody keeps talking about Max Crosby. But I think there is another player that people should be looking at that the Cowboys could maybe try to strike a deal with also. And let me see. Let's bring up this team's roster. This is probably not going to surprise y'all, but we currently have Mike McCarthy over there in Pittsburgh. Oh, okay, you talking about Gonzalez. Okay. Okay, Bazzy9, he says, I'd love to have Matt Milano. Too injury prone. Yeah, he's out there. Frank Lawrence said the Detroit Lions parted ways with veteran left tackle Taylor Decker. I'd love to have him. After a contract dispute erupted over a steep pay cut, demand from his $14.5 million salary. I'd like to have him. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, there is another team we might ought to be looking at that could be a serious trade partner for the Dallas Cowboys. And that team is the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a treasure trove of edge rushers / linebackers over here. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Nick Herbig. Now, I could really see somebody, TJ Watt or Alex Highsmith, I could see one of these 2 players, somebody approaching them about these 2 players. I mean, you know, when you start talking about rebuilding teams and doing things like that, and you think about the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, if the Pittsburgh Steelers are honest with themselves, they're not winning a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. I don't care if they do have Mike McCarthy. They're not winning a Super Bowl in the next 3-4 years. Why keep TJ Watt? Why? Why keep TJ Watt? Why not trade him? Why not trade TJ Watt? TJ Watt is an older player, still got some juice left in the tank. Why not go out there and see if you can get a first-round draft pick for TJ Watt? I mean, really, why not? And so while a lot of people keep talking about players like Max Crosby, well, what about TJ Watt? What about Alex Highsmith? They have a overdose of defensive help out there. I mean, why not? If I was the Cowboys, I wouldn't, a lot of people keep talking about bringing Max. What about TJ Watt? I would love to have TJ Watt on the Dallas Cowboys. Go out there and offer Mike McCarthy a first-round pick. Go offer Mike McCarthy a first-round pick. Why not? Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense to keep a player like TJ Watt knowing that you're not going to be competitive over the next 3 years. Let me see. TJ Watt, what is his age? Man, TJ Watt is 31 years old. Free this man. Free TJ Watt, man. Man, do y'all know TJ Watt is 31 years old? Will be 32 years old this year? If I were the Cowboys, I would be looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I really would. I would be looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Blaine said that Watt is way better than Crosby. And you know what, Blaine? I'm going to tell you this. And Watt may actually fit more of what when we're talking about the culture also. Because if you realize the Cowboys have been bringing in a lot of these high character guys. I think he would fit the culture better. I really think he would fit the culture better. Gregory Davis, he said he think Alex Highsmith would be a great fit. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, I forgot about that. The Steelers were upset because the Eagles drafted Lemon and the Cowboys helped them. I forgot about that. Yeah, your mock knowledge, he said Herschel Walker trade style. I'm telling you, man, everybody keeps locking in on one player. Don't lock in on one player. Will McClay said it. I said it before Will McClay. It's got to make S-E-N-T. It's got to make S-E-N-S-E, and it's got to make C-E-N-T-S. It's got to make sense and sense. Absolutely. It's got to make sense and sense. Truth 1283, he said TJ Watt gives him that Garrett feeling. Yeah, man, TJ Watt is really, really good. He is really, really good. He is really, really good. If I were the Cowboys, again, I would not, and I don't even think the Cowboys are per se. I don't think they're locked in on Max Crosby the way people want the Cowboys to be locked in on Max Crosby. Excuse me. I don't think they're locked in the way people want them to be locked in. I think they're keeping all of their options open. So if I'm the Cowboys, man, I'm serious. I would be thinking about a player like TJ Watt. Bazzy9 said TJ Watt will cost you a lot more than Crosby. Cost you a lot more than Crosby in a trade, though. Let's see. You think so? Let me see if we can make it make sense here. And we talking C-E-N-T-S. Because anybody who gets Max Crosby, the way the Raiders did that deal, they're getting hit for $31 million. And even if they rework that Max Crosby deal, they're still going to eat $18 million this year. So, the TJ Watt, let's see what his contract is. I thought it was one of these guys that they actually didn't have under contract. Yeah, okay. TJ Watt actually just hit that extension in 2025. I didn't realize that. Yeah, he just hit that extension in 2025. 2026, his base salary will be $32 million. He's got a $42 million cap hit. Nah, Cowboys ain't doing that. They ain't doing that one. Nah, they ain't doing that one. Nah, they're not doing that one, Cowboys Nation. Yeah, you're going to have to really do some witchcraft with that. Yeah, you're going to have to do some witchcraft with that. He just signed that 3-year extension. But I thought, wasn't it Alex Highsmith? I thought there were talks of trades about Alex Highsmith. Let's look at his contract real quick. So Alex Highsmith, he's on the 3rd year, it looks like, of a 4-year, $68 million extension. His cap hit is $20 million. Alex Highsmith would probably make more sense. Yeah, and SENSE and CENTS, it would probably make more sense. Cap hit, it's $20 million 2026. It's $21 million 2027. He's got one, undrafted, what's that? He'll be an unrestricted free agent in 2028. So you would have him for 2 years. You would have him for 2 years. $20 million. I mean, you could probably stomach that. You could probably convince him to rework that deal, extend it out maybe 1 or 2 years, and build in some void years, throw some money on the back end, and maybe you could bring him in. Yeah. Cobie D, he said they're not doing Crosby either after this Williams deal. Yeah, I'm not sure they're locked in on Crosby the way people want them to be. I'm not sure they're locked in on Crosby. And I even think when you listen to Will McClay, it didn't sound like they were locked in on Crosby either. It really didn't sound like they were locked in on Crosby. Derrick Rose said, Prophet G, he said, I expect you to get a letter from Mike McCarthy. How you going to tell this man they will not get to a Super Bowl in the next 3 years? Derrick Rose, it ain't going to happen, man. It ain't gonna happen, man. Derrick Rose, I'm gonna go out on the limb and be even more prophetic. I mean, will Mike McCarthy even be there in 3 years? I mean, man, I wonder what kind of leash is he on. I really do. Yeah, David Barnes, unfortunately, even if Jadeveon Clowney could, because I do think he could play linebacker. Unfortunately, he's already signed with the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, he's already signed with Cleveland Browns. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of ramifications here. We're going to see what it all means. Let me pull up an article that Cobie D sent me here just a second ago. An article that Cobie D sent me just a second ago. This is a great article. CeeDee Lamb. Let's see, let me put a marker here. CeeDee Lamb pitches for George Pickens. CeeDee Lamb pitches for George Pickens. Let's check this out. Breaking news courtesy of Cobie D. Cowboys CeeDee Lamb pitches Jerry Jones on new Pickens contract. Execs say it's realistic. One of the Dallas Cowboys' biggest priorities this season is securing George Pickens to a long-term deal after placing the franchise tag on him this offseason. CeeDee Lamb encouraged Jerry Jones to make it happen. I'm sure we can make a way, Lamb said per Yahoo Sports' Jory Epstein. I know it's going to be a little crazy, but I know we can make a way for this one. Listen, this is my avocation. At Jerry, can you please figure out a way? Let's figure it out. I don't care what needs to happen. Yeah. Tell him, CeeDee Lamb. He said, let's figure it out. And it's going to get you a couple of more championships. What? Tell him, Lamb. Kippy in the building. What up, Kippy? Pickens had a breakout season after being traded to the Cowboys for 1,429 yards and 9 touchdowns in 2025. Says Pickens' success means the Cowboys will have to give him a hefty deal if they want to keep him around. That isn't easy when Lamb is one of the highest paid wide receivers and quarterback Dak Prescott is also among the highest paid players in the NFL. The Cowboys also made defensive Quinnen Williams a 3-year, $105.9 million extension on Monday. Still, Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones thinks the teams can make it work. He said, yeah, just you got to tell me the rest of our spending too, Jones said per Epstein. At some point, you've got to figure that out. But no, I think it's realistic. Let's go. Let's go. The Cowboys had one of the best offenses in the league last year. but a bad defense kept them from reaching the playoffs. If Jones can keep the core of Lamb, Pickens, and Prescott together while bolstering the defense, Dallas could be a Super Bowl contender. Yes, sir. Let's go, Lamb. I'm going to tell you what it's going to take. I'm going to tell you what it's going to take, Cowboys Nation. I'm going to tell you what it's going to take. It's going to take Dak Prescott going upstairs, knocking on the Joneses' door, and telling Jerry Jones, I want a new deal. I'll give you a discount if you can sign George Pickens. Think about it. It's Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has got to do it. Dak Prescott at some point, and I believe he's going to do it, he's going to march into Jerry Jones's office. What do we have to do to keep George Pickens? Sign me to a 2 to 3 year extension. Think about what I just said. 2 to 3 year extension. That means you're going to sign George Pickens to a 3-year deal. And the discount that Dak Prescott gives you down the line will be the money you'll give to George Pickens. It's that simple. It's that simple. Dak Prescott is going to have to be the man next year because, I don't think there's a rush to do it per se now. But at some point, Dak Prescott is going to have to be the one to go upstairs and say it. Dak Prescott is going to have to go up there and say it. And even if you think about discount. A discount don't even have to be a subtraction of money. A discount can be, can you add more void years? I'll give you X amount of void years to where I'll let you push my money even further down the road. If that means that we can get George Pickens in here for the remainder of my career. Dak Prescott, is about to be 34? 30, I think he's 33, about to be 34? Dak Prescott, I tell you now, Dak Prescott gets a couple of championships. Dak Prescott will be out of here. He'll retire at 38. If Dak Prescott gets a couple of championships over the next 2 to 3 years, he'll retire at 38. He won't even be worried about playing until he's 40, I'm sure. Dak Prescott, when this really gets done, Dak's going to be the one to get it done. You watch what I tell you. When it gets done, trust me when I tell you, when it truly gets done, Dak's going to be the one that's going to get it done. Dak holds a lot of weight in this franchise. He holds a lot of weight in this franchise. A lot of the success of this team, it's predicated on Rain Dakota Prescott. Dak has already started speaking some. But when the rubber gets ready to meet the road, because right now the rubber isn't meeting the road because it's not next season. So, he's locked in at $27 million. But when this thing truly gets done, you watch what I tell you. It's going to be Dak Prescott. He's going to be the one that's going to step in and say, what do we need to do? This is what I'm willing to do. You watch what I tell you. You watch what I tell you. Dak is about to show Cowboys Nation how bad I believe. Dak's going to show Cowboys Nation in 2027 how bad he wants a Super Bowl. He's going to show us how bad he wants it. And it's going to be with that contract. You can book it. I believe Dak Prescott gets extended next season. So many people were saying the Cowboys can get from up under Dak Prescott in 2028. For what? For what? Why would they want to do that? Dak Prescott is playing at the top of his game right now. I mean, he's cerebral out there right now. I mean, he's Professor X out there on the football field. Why in the world are you going to trade Dak? Why are you going to get rid of Dak Prescott? No. If anything, you're going to extend Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott, in turn, by you extending him, Dak Prescott's going to give you a discount. I'm telling us, I believe Dak Prescott wants this Super Bowl that bad. I do. I think he wants that Super Bowl that bad. And he's going to do every single thing he can do to get it. But I appreciate that, Cobie D. I appreciate that. All right. So I'm sure some of you yesterday listened to the Brian Schottenheimer press conference. Well, I'm going to ask you to listen to it with me because I did not get a chance to listen to it yesterday. It was my youngest son's birthday, and we took him out to eat and all of those things, and had a great time with him. To God be the glory. So I didn't get a chance to watch Brian Schottenheimer press conference. So let's check it out today, especially one of the things I like to do in listening to the Brian Schottenheimer press conference is after we've seen practice. Because you can go back after you've seen practice and see if some things either came to fruition or, some of the things he was talking about, whether they're happening or not. So I like to kind of look at it after practice. So let's kind of check out Brian Schottenheimer's interview. See what Brian Schottenheimer had to say. And I'm wondering if they're going to do some kind of press conference for Quinnen Williams getting his extension. I mean, it's a pretty big deal. Wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, but it's a pretty big deal that they did that. All right, and it looks like the Brian Schottenheimer press conference isn't that long, so let's check out this Brian Schottenheimer press conference and compare it to some of the developments over the last couple of days. Let's check this out.
How you doing? Good.
Dallas Morning News. Your thoughts about why you kind of lit into the team a little bit early in practice yesterday?
Yeah, I do a lot of things on instincts, Calvin. I just felt like the energy was a little bit off. I felt like, we broke stretch and bags and went to a circuit drill, and the coaches weren't as organized as I thought they should be. And so I'm always going to point things out that I feel. And I think they got the message and ended up, putting together a hell of a practice. Yeah, always. We always give those guys feedback. We always talk to them about things.
Catherine the Kiss, you know what? You might have a point. You said you don't know Dak loves the game. He might keep playing. Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know. Catherine the Kiss, Dak Prescott is doing a great job of taking care of his body. Now, if Dak Prescott, and I think it's going to happen, he's going to get that Super Bowl, Catherine the Kiss. I think he's got an opportunity to get a couple of Super Bowls over the next 3 years. I just wonder after he gets those Super Bowls and that contract, goes all the way through. Let's say he gets a 2-year extension and that deal goes all the way through 2030? Goes all the way through 2030, 2031. And then after that contract is up, my issue would be, would he want to play for another team? Would he want to play for another team after it's all said and done? The contracts are up in 2031. Would the Cowboys extend Dak Prescott out that far? I mean, we're talking about way far into the future, Katharina. I mean, Jerry Jones, who knows what'll be going on with Jerry Jones at that point in time. I mean, you're talking about when you're as old as Jerry Jones, oh my gosh, 5 years from now, it's going to be totally different for him probably. So a lot of things come into play there, but you know what? You could be right. Dak Prescott is taking care of his body really well, and I just wonder if he really would want to play for another team after he's gotten some Super Bowls late in his career. Because I can tell you what, man, after John Elway got those 2 Super Bowls late in his career, shoot, John Elway said, man, y'all remember that John Elway press conference? Shoot, man. John Elway, boy. John Elway was crying, boy. I can't do it no more, man. John said, I can't do it no more. And you know another thing that makes me wonder, too, Katharina Kiss? Dak Prescott, 2 daughters, gets those Super Bowls. Maybe he's about 38, going on 39. He might just want to say, man, I'm just going to go out there and, I'm going to go out there and just, I'm gonna go out here now and just take care of my daughters. But, this is way in the future. It's way in the future. I don't want to go too far out there. But, yeah, I agree with you. He loves the game. Yeah, appreciate y'all on the birthday wishes, man. Appreciate y'all on the birthday wishes. Yeah, we had a good time yesterday. Jay's Booby, he said this offense is tailor-made for Dak. He played lights out last year, and we had the worst defense in the league and still had the #1 offense in the league. Can you imagine if our defense was okay? And I think it's going to be better than okay, James Booby. What's going on, Real Vibe? Salute. Bazzy9 said if Dak marches into Jerry's office and says we need this guy, Jerry will do it. Yeah. Appreciate you, Larry Hunter. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. Brandy, yeah. Actually, my second oldest son is Young G. This one here is named Jaden. Yeah, this one's named Jaden. Yeah, Brandy, that's the one I was trying to fix you up with. You said he was too young. You 32, he 22. You said age is more than a number. So I get you, Catherine. I get you, Brandy. All right, but again, man, Schotty is doing a very good job this year. He's doing a very, very good job this year. I think Schotty does some things too. Schotty is kind of doing some Jimmy Johnson type things. They're out there practicing, and he's saying they ain't practicing hard enough, and he go out there and I'm the coach, and blah, 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 I think that's good stuff. I really do. Because I'm going to tell you, man, if you are truly a competitor and you think you've already been doing, you playing, practicing hard or whatever the case may be, and your coach come out there like that, I mean, if you're a real competitor, you appreciate it. You really do. You appreciate that kind of stuff. You really do. And so I think this team, man, is eating this stuff up that Brian Schottenheimer is doing it. I mean, they love the fact that they got them a real coach. Because I told y'all last year, some people like Mike McCarthy, and I'm not, you like Mike McCarthy, I'm not mad at you. But I'll tell you this, I said it last year, the year before last, but Mike McCarthy couldn't coach for me. He's a very smart football man. I mean, he's the type of guy I'd want him on an advisory board. But as far as coaching my team, not Mike McCarthy. Not Mike McCarthy. The Cowboys, I think, now feel like they have a real coach. They have a real coach in Brian Schottenheimer. So I think some of the stuff that Brian is doing, I think he's doing it psychologically. I'm pretty sure some of them didn't think their energy was down.
Things that we see, good and bad. I mean, it's not just, hey, this was wrong, this is something we need to do better. It's always, hey, I really like this drill. I thought that was great. But I like the response, and it's what the game is about, how you respond when there's adversity. And sometimes you start a game slow and you better, figure it out.
Brian Todd Archer with ESPN. Looked like Klayton was calling it again yesterday. When you're off to the side, what are you observing? Are you trying to take the whole picture in? Are you looking at specific matchups? How do you watch a practice when you're not calling?
Yeah, I mean, I like to watch the line of scrimmage, Todd. I mean, that's really kind of why I stand over there, so I can kind of see the line of scrimmage. I can kind of see, are we getting movement? What's the pass rush look like? But
Christian Kreiner, you're a coach. All right, cool. What do you coach, Christian? What do you coach? Christian Kreiner said, I'm a coach myself. He said Mike is lazy. I agree with you, bro. Hey, Christian, if you want him on your advisory board, though, I mean, I think he can tell you some things about the game and about things that are going on, watching film. I think Mike McCarthy can help you with those things. But as far as being your coach on the sidelines, I couldn't even imagine it. I'm sorry. I just couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine it, bro. Watching him with the Cowboys, bro, I just couldn't imagine, man. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
But I'm looking at different things. I'm looking at position battles. I'm looking at route concepts, how they unfold. I'm looking at the disguise of the defense. But I think when I'm from that vantage point, the main thing I would be looking at is the line of scrimmage, because it's such an important part of the game, and we're pretty talented on both sides, and those competitive matchups are fun to watch.
Now, I love what Schotty is doing, and again, this is really the first time I've seen this like this since Jimmy. But we know Klayton Adams is not going to be calling plays during the season. I wouldn't be surprised if Klayton Adams calls one of the preseason games, but Klayton Adams is not going to be calling plays during the season because, again, Jerry has made it clear that's the reason why Brian Schottenheimer is the coach here, because of his play calling. So Schotty will be calling the plays. Schotty will absolutely be calling the plays. But this is really good for Klayton Adams. Very good for Klayton Adams. I think they're fast-tracking Klayton Adams, and I think we're going to see where this league is also going to fast-track Christian Parker. So, we really got the making, if everything works out right. I mean, we really got the making of one of those type of staffs that once it wins a Super Bowl, you might as well get ready. We're going to probably lose at least 4 or 5 coaches once we win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, teams are going to run. They're going to run after this coaching staff that Brian Schottenheimer has put together. They're going to run after this coaching staff. I mean, he's got some really good pieces on this coaching staff. He really does. Yeah, Stephen White. Yeah, that whole watermelon thing, bruh. That whole watermelon thing, going to Pittsburgh, going around the town reminiscing, and I'm like, bro, you too sentimental. You want to be sentimental? Your parents live in Green Bay, bro. Come back to Green Bay and be sentimental when you visit your parents. Don't be sentimental when we got to play the doggone doggone Green Bay Packers that week, bro. Stop it. It was horrible. It was horrible. I was just furious.
Language or something when you're watching of the players, like after play, during,
Tempo. It's more tempo. How fast can we get in and out of the huddle? We have a philosophy around here that we never want the defense to feel like they're getting a break. Our tempo in and out of the huddle with substitutions and breaking the huddle, and Cooper Beebe getting up there and setting it. This goes way back to when I first got involved in coaching in Kansas City. Paul Hackett referenced it as the Webby rule after Mike Webster, who the way he practiced in Pittsburgh, part of the great Steeler championship teams. I mean, he was very intent on breaking the huddle crisply, getting set up in a very timely fashion. And so it's still called the Webby rule. Maybe it'll change it to the Beebe rule at some point. But I'm always looking for that. I think that's important.
I'm sorry.
Bingo, I think you made a very good point here. Bingo said, Schotty, I know what you said there. Schotty was a good play caller last season. His only issue is sometimes he wanted to call something a little bit more complicated than it had to be with our gadgets. I agree, bro. That was a part of his issue. That was a huge part of his issue, Cobie. That was a huge part of his issue. Just too complicated sometimes. Cobie, it was this simple sometimes. Brian Schottenheimer, just run the ball. Just run it up the middle. Do a quick pitch. I mean, it was that simple. Corner route to the end zone with George Pickens. I mean, it just made some things too complicated. Brady said it's the best page on YouTube. G acknowledges us and answers our questions. I try to anyway. I try to. Y'all help me make this thing roll, so I try to. Win Bowden, happy birthday. Hope all is well. 61, to God be the glory. Moving around like you're 41. God has been a blessing. Yeah. Hey, anytime you wake up on this side of life, thank God every single day. Thank God every single day. That's what I say. Bad said when Pollard went down that San Francisco game, I knew even though we were up in score, I knew we'd lose because of McCarthy play calls. Oh, yeah. Mike McCarthy might know situational football, but was terrible at executing it. Yeah, I agree with you on that too, Bass. Terrible play call.
You think back to decisions that are made, not made. You feel fortunate or lucky that he wasn't claimed by somebody when you guys had to make that move at the beginning of last year?
Yeah, I mean, it's a gamble with all these decisions that we make and all the roster gamesmanship that we all play, but I certainly like the outcome.
Sure, with the Athletic, you guys are doing that red zone work yesterday.
Yes, sir. You're right about it, Blaine. Love all y'all, man. Love y'all. Love Cowboys Nation. Love y'all, man.
Yeah, I think he's responded that way, the whole time. He's going against, a couple of the best in the league, and he doesn't back down at all. I think we've talked about his confidence is growing. I think I watch him in meetings, and he is literally hanging on every word Christian Parker, Derek Ansley, Ryan Smith, those guys are saying. And remember, he's very raw. He's a little bit like Ryan Flournoy. Small school guy, hasn't played.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Gwen. Yeah, may God grant you many, many more, my sister. Grant you many, many more. It's kind of funny. The guy mentioned something here, and Brian Schottenheimer just kind of, he just kind of blew it off a little bit. Let me address this too. 70s Fan Show, I agree with you on this too. I think you and Cobenop are kind of hitting it on the head. Schotty didn't open it up at times. Yes. Did y'all notice how conservative he would be on the road? And then at home, he let it rip. Very conservative on the road sometimes. And a couple of times at home, he was too conservative. Very, very conservative. Just too conservative sometimes. Bad said, yeah, I agree. Schotty in the red zone is too conservative moving up the field. He was too aggressive at times. We flatlined out. Got to be pinpoint accurate this year. Yeah, got to be more patient. Appreciate you, Gene Ward. Appreciate you. Yeah, we got to be more patient, and just really understand that situational football. I don't think people talk about situational football enough, but this is one of the things I felt like Bill Belichick did extremely well. Bill Belichick coached situational football to a T, and it was like he always had the right play for the right moment in the game. When you got the right quarterback, the right players, the right defense, and you can call the right things in situational, oh, man. Bill was an expert at that stuff. He really was. What's going on, the Critic? What's going on? Okay, so they're not televising. Okay, I thought they televised it last year. Oh, you talking about on a national thing? Because I thought they actually televised it last year because I plan on going live. I plan on going live during the scrimmage because I thought we were able to see the scrimmage last year. I thought we were able to see the scrimmage. Y'all help me recollect on that because I'm wondering because I thought they actually showed it so we could see it.
Maybe a ton of football.
But again, I want to capitalize on something else Brian was talking about. Man, let me tell y'all something. Savone Revel Jr. I'm just going to be honest with you. And y'all tell me if y'all feel the same. Savone Revel Jr. has absolutely shocked me. I did not see Savone Revel Jr. being as good as he's been so far in practice. Man, if there is a player that I'm excited to see against the Rams, it is Savone Revel Jr. Savone Revel Jr. has looked great. He has looked absolutely great, especially when you think about coming off that knee injury. He's looked absolutely great. Great. I have been absolutely shocked at how good Savone Revel Jr. has been. I got to give him his props. Kippy said Schotty needs to stop play calling. Oh, needs to stop calling plays to outsmart the other team. I agree. Man, y'all hitting it on the head with what y'all saying. Just call the plays to have our players beat the other players for the most part, who we are better than. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Kippy, the thing is when you got players the caliber of the Cowboys, you can actually keep it real simple. You can really keep it simple because they are that good. and just throw in a few wrinkles here and there with your motion, your alignments, and the players that you use. But with this team, man, you can keep it very simple. They're very talented. They're very talented. James Bowie said Belichick was a genius at situational football because he coaches the opposing team's tendencies better than anyone. Yeah. Too bad he out there messing it up in Carolina, bro. So what the heck? I don't know what the heck is going on with Bill Belichick out there, man. Bill Belichick that went out there and got this young girl, man. Still Bill Belichick out here messing up big time, man. I don't know what the heck going on with Bill Belichick. Yeah, Blaine said that the Rebel, he's like a totally different person. Yeah, think he's fully healed. Sandy's fan show said Revel Jr. didn't shock me because I knew he was him. Hey, you know what? I knew, looking at some of the film, I was like, man, this guy is good. Boy. This dude has taken the challenge of going against George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. If they're doing what they're doing against George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, oh, man. Boy, who will they be afraid of? Who will they be afraid of if they're doing this against two of the best wide receivers in the game? There'll be no wide receivers they'll be afraid of. None. I love what we're seeing from them, I'm telling you.
And but the talent is real. The makeup of the young man is real, and he is attacking his craft and really trying to learn the intricacies of playing corner in this system.
And then a two-part question here.
Hey, Dak fan for life. Appreciate that super chat. Hey, Dak fan for life. I totally agree, bro. He is showing that he would have been a first-round pick. He actually looks like a first-round pick. He looks like a first-round pick, Dak fan for life. I agree. He looks exactly like a first-round pick now. I just want him to stay healthy and keep it up. He is doing a bang-up job. He really is. Ryan Doyle, you ask a great question. He says, how come when a player is super productive per touch like Malik Davis and Hunter Lipke, they kind of get tossed aside for some reason? I'm going to tell you, man, there's something about Malik Davis, and I don't understand it. Malik Davis, this isn't his first rodeo with the Cowboys. He's done good over the years. But for some reason, they just say we're looking for something more. And I still think they just don't know what the heck to do with Hunter Lipke. Just don't know what to do with him. Gabe Moore, Devin Moore, I think he's one of the cornerbacks of the future. Yeah. Brandon Belichick is over here, man. This dude is over here acting a fool. Belichick gonna have to understand, man. Belichick, man, you can't be out here at your age, bro, with these women, bro. Not these young women, bro. Man, when you Bill Belichick age, man, you got to be with a woman that's holding you down, bro. That's why these dudes getting his age, they had these long-time wives, man. Brian Schottenheimer's been married a long time. You got a woman that's holding them down. Man, Bill Belichick over here messing with this young lady, man. And in the grand scheme of things, she holding him back, man. Come on, man. We already know what Bill Belichick like this young girl for, man. Come on. Bill, bro, Bill over here killing his legacy, man. I don't even understand what's going on with Bill Belichick right now.
How often does Jemmy watch your press conferences, and did you say anything about yesterday?
She doesn't watch it very often, but she did get hit from some of our family members. So I didn't throw the ball around very much yesterday. You know, I mean, what am I saying? You know, so but she did get hit with a few fastballs from family and friends.
Oh, I know what you're talking about over there, too.
Tyler Smith, were y'all managing anything with him yesterday? It was a lot of TJ Bass, first-team reps at left guard. Or just
I mean, this time of year when you get going, Nick, you know, you start doing some different things with different guys that have played a lot of football. So it's really just, you know, us limiting reps and letting other guys work and stuff like that. But nothing more than that.
Going into Tuesday, what is the big thing you're trying to accomplish coming out of that practice?
See these guys compete. I mean, it's always going to be the big thing. I mean, this is a really good football team we're going to go up against, one that, you know, we certainly play, you know, late in the year as we're pushing for the playoffs as they are as well. And watch these guys compete. Again, I want to see if they can maintain their use of fundamentals. You know, when you're going up against a different colored jersey, different than the star on the helmet. But, that's probably the biggest thing. And again, like I said, because we play them, we're not going to do a lot. We're going to just do kind of what we do things that people know that we have. We might be a little bit more basic on defense, but at the same time, watch these guys play football against a very, very talented team will be good for us.
I know it's only like an hour bus ride.
This is the biggest thing we're looking for. Can they compete against the Rams? Can they compete? Can they line up in the right position? Can they man their gaps? Will they be where they need to be? Can they rotate the way that they need to rotate? Not really concerned about a lot of the fancy stuff. But in this particular system that Christian Parker is running, the biggest thing that we're looking for tomorrow is, do they have it down? That's all I'm concerned about. I'm not worried about all the bells and the whistles of the system. I just want to know if they got it down. I'm checking for, will wide receivers be running wide open? Will the running backs be running with holes the side of a street? I'm looking for a lot of the simple stuff. That's all I want to see. And some of the same tenacity that they've been, especially this defensive back room, the way that they've been treating CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. Boy, I'm going to show y'all some plays with Caleb Downs, man. Caleb Downs has been Caleb Downs is quiet, a man of, he's a man of faith, with all these different things. But this dude is an absolute dog out there on the field, man. He is a dog out there on the field. This dude stared down he stared down CeeDee Lamb after a pass breakup yesterday, man. I love it. I want to see that same competitiveness against a team like the Rams, who everybody is saying they're the Super Bowl favorites. Well, you want to be the best? Then compete with the best. This isn't a real game, but if I'm the Cowboys, I want to let the Rams know off the rip, bro, we will see y'all not only in December, we're possibly going to see y'all again in January. You better believe it. Yeah, Christian Kreider, you said Bill Belichick still rich. Yeah, that's his problem. That's his problem. And he better be careful because she trying to get that. Shoot. Better sit his butt down somewhere. Ready. Yeah, the women gonna give him heart problems. Man, Bill need to sit his butt down somewhere. But all Phil said is hot boy sin. Man, Bill needs to sit his butt down somewhere, man. Telling you Bill needs to sit down somewhere. Out here ruining just ruining his legacy with this nonsense, man. Boy, Robert Dudley, you over here making jokes, but I don't think these are jokes, bro. I'm with you. I think Bill Belichick, man, Blue Chew, you name it. Bill Belichick out here doing too much. I'm sorry, man. Bill Belichick out here doing too much, man. Sit your butt down somewhere. Sit your butt down somewhere. Christian Kreider, man, you right. Fundamentals, bro. Fundamentals. Gene Ward, and this is why I'm so interested to see what the Cowboys look like. Gene said the last couple of years, the defense looked good during training camp. Now, they look good in training camp against each other, like last year, and then they went against the Rams. Like you said, they were a hot mess. They were a hot mess actually before the season started. They were a hot mess in the preseason. they were hot. They were a hot mess in the preseason. I want to see what they look like this year. Oh, I agree with you, 70s Fan Show. I think they can compete. But I want that same tenacity I've been seeing them have against the doggone Dallas Cowboys. Man, let me tell y'all something. This defense has just been, and I mean this in a good way, not in a bad way. They have been disrespecting this offense. boy, they have been disrespecting this offense, man. Man, they've been treating this offense like we ain't afraid of y'all, man. We are not afraid of y'all. So if they're treating our offense like this, I want to see them act the same way, if not worse, against the Rams. I want to see them act the same way against the Rams. I do. I want to see them act the same way. Stephen White, I'm telling you, bro, every time I hear about Bill Belichick, it make me mad, bro. I'm like, bro, how do you have this legacy that you have, bro? You out here, man, you out here skinning and grinning with a... That's all of Belichick ought to quit, bro. Man, hey, man, Bill, man, you ain't lying, man. Man, it caught down on Bill, bro. He got to quit it, bro. I'm sorry. Jump on somewhere and sit down, bro. That's crazy, man. Jump on somewhere and sit down, bro. Don't even make sense. And now, I don't know if y'all seen it. They're over there investigating. Bill Belichick and some things they got going. Bill Belichick, it's a hot mess going on over there, bro. Bill Belichick got a hot mess going on over there. It's shameful. It's shameful what he got going on over there.
Not a 3-hour flight, but is there some sort of road game element that you guys can manufacture out of it too?
I think it's more about just, letting these guys go and put their jerseys on, see a different colored team out there and go pop the pads a little bit.
Tommy Arsh, DallasCowboys.com, specifically for your offense going into Tuesday with your tackles when you have to go up against the Myles Garretts and the Youngs of the world. What do you need to see from them? I know it's going to be relatively vanilla, but what tells you that things are going in the right direction?
Well, the one thing about when you play tackle in this league, it's pretty easy to see. You're either blocking the guy or you're not. And I'll say this about TG, he's having a great camp. His very first start in the National Football League was against the Cleveland Browns and a pass rusher by the name of Myles Garrett, who I think is an incredible football player. But, TG did a nice job in that game, and we need those matchups. We need those battles, And, what happens in training camp is, these guys get pretty comfortable with one another. Like, they know their counter moves. They know, hey, this is his go-to speed rush move. This is his power counter. And so going up against an opponent that you don't really know as well is truly a great test because you can't anticipate maybe what they're going to do. And so you have to react like you do on game day.
See, this has been the big thing. Miss Matrix, are you still in the chat? This is kind of what Miss Matrix was alluding to, and I was talking about this the other day. See, this is why I'm so interested to see what do the Cowboys defense look like against the Rams. You got to think about, they've been playing against their own offense for the last actually 2 years now. So they're familiar with some of the plays, even though we got some new players. But after a few days of the installs, because even the offense is really installing their game plan for the upcoming season. And so some things you start to recognize. Some things you can kind of see if a player makes a certain move or maybe there's an alignment and you recognize certain things. And so the defense is, the more you continue to work on what you're working on, you get the jump certain offensive plays, and your anticipation is there. Even with the offense, they're running against the defense that's being installed. After a few days, you get to kind of get a feel for what they're doing. And so some of the passes get easier to complete and some of the runs get easier to run, some of those things. And so it just becomes more about fundamentals and technique and all those type of things. But now we're about to see what the defense, have they advanced? Because now they're going to go up against a team they haven't been watched play all year, or an offense they haven't been practicing against for 3 or 4 weeks. Now they're going up against an offense, and I'm telling you, because last year Brian Schottenheimer was all that, yeah, man, we running basic and blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm sorry, Sean McVay ain't running nothing basic. Sean McVay ain't running basic, bro. And I like that about Sean McVay. Sean McVay is going to hit you in the mouth no matter what. Sean McVay is going to punch you in the face no matter what. Sean McVay is coming out there for whatever you want to call it. He's not coming to just compete. Y'all got to think about something, that this game, There are some huge ramifications from this scrimmage. And those ramifications, they're all psychological. The Cowboys I believe in their minds, they're going to see the Rams twice. I believe they believe it in their minds, they're going to see them twice. And so you already got to play them down the road. The game that you want to win in this game is you want to win the mental game. The mental game is what you're trying to win. You want to step inside of the arena with the Rams, and you want to hit hard. You want to stop them. You want to execute. You want them to know we're not afraid of you. You want them to know we're not afraid of you. Yeah. You want to win the mental game. You want to win the mental game. You're not only trying to win this mental game to show the Rams we're not afraid of you, you're also trying to win the mental game with yourself, because you're also telling yourself, man, we could compete with anybody. You really want to get that kind of confidence. We can compete with anybody. Yeah, we're coming to win, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, but we're coming to win. And man, I'm telling you, people don't come to these things not to win, not to show and prove. No, you coming to execute. And as bad as we looked last year in this game, bro, bad as we looked last year against these dudes, nah, bro. No, it's sending a message. It's sending a message. And that's why, I love what Brian just said about blocking Tyler Guyton going up against Myles Garrett. But I'm going to tell you something about Myles Garrett. Tyler Guyton doesn't have a problem against a player like Myles Garrett for this reason. Myles Garrett is a physical freak of nature. I mean, man, there's a reason why he does the press conferences with his shirt off. I mean, we all know. I mean, the guy was made in a factory. But Tyler Guyton is an athlete. Myles Garrett cannot outstrong Tyler Guyton. I'm going to give Guyton that kind of credit. He is an athlete. You're not going to outstrong him. Guyton don't struggle with strong defensive ends. He doesn't struggle with strong edge rushers. That's not his struggle. And sometimes Myles Garrett, his rush is coming straight at you. Maybe he'll make a move right, and then he'll try to, swipe over you, whatever the case may be. Guyton don't struggle with a edge rusher like Myles Garrett. Guyton struggles with quicker edge rushers, same way Terrence Steele does. They struggle when guys can do 2 or 3 moves. Stutter step, step one way, then dip the other way, or stutter step, step outside, dip inside. They struggle with those types of edge rushers. They struggle with guys who are quick and get around and lean really far down and just outrun them to get around the edge. But if a guy like Myles Garrett comes with bull rushes and things of that nature, or just trying to overpower you, Garrett don't struggle with that. Guyton don't struggle with that. Guyton is super strong in his own right. Hey, bro, he's an athlete. Brothers and sisters, he is an athlete. If there's anything we can say Guyton is, he's an athlete. Guyton can handle up on Garrett's basic moves. Guyton struggles with the quick guys, the guys who got really good hand movements, guys who can just, that's where he struggles. So when it comes to a guy's power, that isn't Guyton's issue. Yeah, Quinn, footwork is everything. Yeah, and that's something that I pointed out about Guyton last year when I was talking about Guyton. For me, I said it was Guyton's feet. Guyton's feet is his biggest problem to me. His feet are not the quickest. And so he struggles with those kind of guys. So it won't surprise me if he does a very good job against He does a very good job against Myles Garrett. It won't surprise me at all. I tell you what, I wish Aaron Donald was playing. I wish Aaron Donald was playing in this game. I would love to see Aaron Donald going up against Cooper Beebe, Ty Smith, Ty Booker. I'd love to see Aaron Donald going up against them. They'd make him rethink coming out of retirement, bro. I would love to see that part of their game. Yeah, Bass. I mean, again, you're right. Keep your hands up and in front of you. See, this is where he struggles. He struggles with guys who have very good technique. Terrence Steele does too. Struggle with them guys with that good technique, man. They really do. Yeah, Bass. He said he wished they had Aaron Donald too. Me too. I wish they had Aaron Donald because by the time we see them, they will probably have Aaron Donald. And so that in itself, that's going to be that element that we won't be ready for as much.
Since you said earlier in the week or last week, hey, Tyler's going to stick with the ones at left tackle, how have you seen him respond to that, and how have you seen Nate respond to that?
Yeah, I think, Tyler's had a really, really good camp, and we're pleased with that. Been very open and honest about Nate, and I think Nate is competing. But like I said, until Nate shows that consistent starter quality play, then Tyler's going to remain in that spot. But Nate gets it. Nate's competitive. Nate wants to make that move. And so, today's work in pads, Tuesday's work in the joint will all be a big part of the decision factor of how we lean into Seattle and beyond.
Yeah, but let's stop playing. Nate Thomas was never going to compete with Tyler Guyton. He was never going to compete. Tyler Guyton, I'm just telling this, man. Tyler Guyton, the one thing he has on Nate Thomas is he's an athlete. He's an absolute athlete. He really is. Backbreaker said Aaron Donald will eat them up. Zach Martin couldn't block him. Zach Martin couldn't block Aaron Donald in his later years. Zach Martin could have absolutely blocked Aaron Donald in his young years. Yeah, he could have absolutely blocked Aaron Donald in his young years. That's the biggest issue. But I think guys like Cooper Beebe, Ty Booker, Ty Smith, I think they can hold their own. I want to see it. I want to see it. Because that's the kind of work they need. I want to see it. Sentence fan show said Aaron Donald is not in football shape. That's different than waiting around in the pool. You know what? And he's a workout warrior. But, man, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if y'all ever seen this phenomenon before, but you ever seen a guy with a bunch of muscles? See a guy with a bunch of muscles, and he said, yeah, man, I'm going to play football, and I'll do this and do that. I'll give you another example, as a matter of fact. I was watching a video the other day of, y'all know how much bodybuilders lift. Man, they took these bodybuilders out, bro, on a construction site. Man, them dudes at that construction site was running circles around those bodybuilders. It's one thing to lift weights. It's another thing to move weights. It's another thing to move weight, pick up weight, move weight, pick up weight, throw weight, get weight thrown to you, walk weight 20 and 30 feet. It's a whole different ball game. Aaron Donald is a workout warrior. But it's a little bit different in playing or not playing football for the last 2 years. You don't forget how to play. But I'm telling you right now, football shape and being in shape, those are two different things, man. Football shape and being in shape, man, them two different things. Man, you can be in the best shape in your life. Man, you get your butt out there and start playing football, watch what happens to you. Man, them dudes work out different, man. Man, them dudes work out different, man. They not only lifting weights, they not only doing cardio, they going up against machines. They going up against grown men. They're doing drills and up downs and you name it. Man, them dudes are different. Those dudes are different. Backbreaker, you're right. Donald is 35. He might not be the prime Donald, but if he's 70-80% of that, it will change the Rams lineup they're missing 2 years. Oh, I agree it'll change. But if he goes up against some really good lines, he gonna have some issues he didn't have in his past either. So I'm good. Hey, what's up, Newhouse fam? Boy, you ain't lying incognito on wheelbarrows, bro. Let me tell you something. Man, they had them dudes out there trying to do the wheelbarrows incognito. I was rolling, bro. I was rolling. Man, them dudes trying to roll the wheelbarrows, all the concrete in there. Man, them dudes was falling over and everything, bro. Shoot, it's a whole different ball game to be a football star. Yeah. Young Burke said, Brock Lesnar, Terry Crews, too, they got ran off the field. Boy, you ain't lying, bro. Man, you see Brock Lesnar, you be like, man, how this dude can't play football? Man, them dudes in football shape, they different, bro. Boy, them dudes different out there, man.
Scruggs, CBC5. Can you give me your thoughts on what you're seeing from Jonathan Mingo at the wide receiver spot, and now that Brian Flanoy seems to be the number 3, how's he fitting in the mix for you?
Yeah, I think, Flo has done a terrific job. He shows up every day. He does everything the right way. He and Mingo actually spend a lot of time together working at their crafts, post-practice and things like that. But I think Jonathan's had a really good camp. I think he's playing with more confidence. We've challenged him to be able to move him around more, and I think he's done a good job with that. So I think he has a better understanding of the entire landscape of our scheme and learning the X and the Z and the F position. We obviously love his traits, but what I'm seeing from Jonathan is a very consistent, positive camp.
Man, you know what? I'm not sold on this whole talk about Jonathan Mingo. Consistent ain't good enough, bro. There is some serious competition on this team. Mingo is in a situation to where, only time he may even touch the field would be blocking plays. And he got to make it. He's got to make it. So, yeah, I'm not really keen on Mingo. Hey, don't worry about it, Newhouse fam. Pickens gonna get signed. Watch what I tell you. Pickens is going to get signed. And once Pickens gets signed, we're gonna all realize that Pickens actually got paid more than all of them. Because whatever deal that Pickens signed, you gotta figure in that Pickens is making $27 million this year. If Pickens even signs a deal next year for a guaranteed $70 million, he will have made $97 million over basically a 3 or 4 year, which will probably be a 3-year span. So no, GP, he gonna get his money. Cowboys gonna make sure he get his money. Bezzy 9 said, gee, they only talking up Mingo so they can trade him. Hey, Bezzy 9, they want that 4th round pick back, bro. Newhouse said, if I was Pickens, trade me. I didn't get over 1,400 yards for nothing. You signed everyone else. No, I don't think he want to be traded. He wants to be in Dallas. And Newhouse, I'm telling you now, I could be totally wrong. So I'm just being prophetic right now, Newhouse. But it seems like to me, by the way George Pickens is handling all of this, that they already had a plan in place. Even if they're saying they were not going to negotiate, it seems like to me they got a plan in place. And there is a long-term plan in place for George Pickens. I think the plan is already in place. I'm sure somebody told George, hey, George, just do it one more year. Just do it one more year, and we're going to do A, B, C, and D. What George Pickens is doing to me, while it is great, it's noble and all of those things, but it also seems like it's part of a plan. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Tatiana, I'm sorry, this isn't what I want to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Tatiana's in the building. What up, Tatiana? What up, Tatiana? Good to see you. George Pickens, let me tell y'all something just as a man of faith. Even the most faithful people struggle with the unknown. Even the most faithful people struggle with the unknown. George Pickens seems to know something. George Pickens seems to know something. I'm telling you. George seems to know something. He does. He seems to know something. Dak Finn for life. I forgot. Appreciate this super chat. Yeah, our defense couldn't recognize nothing last year. But we're going to see if they can recognize something this year. And we're going to see some of it tomorrow. I think, George, there is a plan of some sort in place. George seems to know something. They all seem to know something. I think there have been some assurances somewhere behind closed doors with this whole thing with George Pickens. But we'll see how it all turns out in the long run. But I think George is going to be here. The Cowboys would be insane if they make the NFC Championship game this year and George Pickens is a big part of everything you've done and you don't extend George Pickens next year. That'll be crazy work. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to extend it.
Cowboys Radio 105.3 The Fan. So, Brian, you can't pick up anything. The mantra is just, hey, if this defense can be average, the offense is so good that they're going to be filling the playoff team, Super Bowl contender. And obviously you got a talented offensive team. They're all coming back. But you have to guard against that. We're just going to pick up where we left off last year.
Yeah, I didn't want to shut you down when your first question of training camp. I didn't want to tell you to say, hey, pause. I don't look at it that way at all, babe. I mean, we got a lot of work to do on offense. I mean, I hear it. I mean, we've put it out there. Got it. Great. I love it. I want us to be that, but you got to do the work to do it. Teams are studying us. We have to evolve. We have to be better, but I have zero problem winning games 3-0. Zero. I just want to win. And so every team is different. We're not guaranteed anything based off our performance last year on offense, just like we're not guaranteed by making a change on defense. It doesn't ensure that you're going to have a top 10 defense or a top 5 defense. These guys determine that based on how they work, how they practice, how they prepare, and the confidence comes from that. I think what you see from our offense right now is they're very confident. Do I like that? Absolutely. But they have to back it up.
You know, and again, they're talking about this whole thing of the Cowboys defense being average, right? I don't know about y'all, but if I was this defense, I just know how I would be motivated by this whole conversation of if the defense is average. Man, if I was one of the leaders on that defense, I would literally be telling my defense, that's an insult. I don't know about y'all. I would look at that as an insult if we can just be average. I'm not playing to be average. No. I'm actually telling my defense, I don't want to be an average defense. I don't even want to use the defense from last year as the measuring stick. If I was this defense, if I was on this defense, I would be so fired up by these statements of, yeah, man, if the defense can just be average, the Cowboys, average? Oh, no. No. Now, that would be a rally cry for me. That would be a rally cry. I would be telling my defense, the mantra for my defense, if the offense is saying Gotti, the greatest offense there is, if I was the defense, my mantra would be, we're better than average. That would be my mantra. Yeah, we're better than average. Talking about average. Man, average is such a low bar. Man, I can wake up and be average, man. Man, I can wake up. I can roll out of bed and be average. I can go to bed late, wake up late, and be average. Nah, bro. No. We're going to be better than average. Nah. That's rally cry. We're better than average. I'm sorry. That would be a standard for me. Nah, bro, we better than average. Better than average. And we're not going to be average. We're not going to be average. Shoot. Brandy, what you think about that? Average. I ain't got time for no average, man. Ice Cold Cowboy, what's your thoughts on that? Average? Man, please. Man, I'm sorry. That would be an insult for me. Everybody, man, this defense could just be average. Man, I'm sorry. Even if it's not personal, I'm taking it personal, bro. Man, I'm taking it personal. I'm taking it personal for somebody to even say something like that about my defense if I'm on that defense. If we can be average. Average? Shoot. Didn't come here to be average. Shoot. Know what you talking about. I didn't come here to be average. None of us. Shoot, average is waking up for me. I mean, doing nothing. Nah, bro, I can't do it. I can't. That'd be a rally cry. That would be a rally cry for me. And, people, they talk about, Brian Schottenheimer, and everybody keep talking about, oh, man, the defense. I mean, the offense might take a step back. What? Y'all did hear Jerry Jones in that press conference, didn't you? Jerry Jones said, I expect improvements offensively. Yeah. Jerry Jones said that, and I'm glad he did. Yeah. Jerry Jones said that. Jerry Jones said that. Yeah. I expect improvements on this offense. So, man, you know what? It's good to be number one at something. Because that's a very high standard. Well, for me, I don't know. I guess people try to build in reasons to fail, but I don't build in reasons to fail. If I was number one last year, I don't give a doggone what nobody talking about. I expect to be number one next year too. That's an expectation. Once I reach number one, I expect to be number one. Because now all I'm battling is myself. I don't know what people talking about on this stuff. This is funny to me. Tatiana said, do you think the Cowboys will draft a quarterback next draft? Tatiana, I do not believe that. I believe the Cowboys, I've been hearing people talk about the Cowboys were interested in, I forgot that quarterback name who had all the gambling stuff and things of that nature. But I think Joe Milton is going to be their bridge quarterback. I mean, Joe Milton could be, if Joe Milton shows what he needs to show, I don't think the Cowboys would be looking for a quarterback. For what? I mean, Joe Milton he can be their bridge quarterback. You're on a Super Bowl, you're on the hunt for the Super Bowl right now. You don't have to worry about necessarily trying to get a new quarterback when you got Joe Milton 2 years into the system. And if he just keeps going the way that he's going, well, in about 3 years, he can be your bridge quarterback. I hear people with the quarterback talk. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I wouldn't even be worried about a quarterback at this point. Dak Prescott is doing his thing. You got Joe Milton. Let's see what he shows.
Hey, Coach. Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. We talk a lot about the Tylers and Terrence Steele, but what are you seeing from Cooper Beebe as he enters year 3? Obviously, he had to return from the injury a little bit last season. What are you seeing from him right now? What do you need to see from him to be able to take that next step as he goes?
Total command of the system. Total command of the system. He's become a great communicator, I would say. Now is they're very confident. Do I like that? Absolutely. But they have to back it up.
Hey, Coach. Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. We talk a lot about the Tylers and Terrence Steele, but what are you seeing from Cooper Beebe as he enters year 3? Obviously, he had to return from the injury a little bit last season. What are you seeing from him right now? What do you need to see from him to be able to take that next step as he goes?
Total command of the system. Total command of the system. He's become a great communicator. I would say when he first came in the league and had to play young, he was a good communicator. I think he's an elite communicator now in terms of getting everybody on the same page. And there's a way you learn the skill set, Patrick, where, you probably say less words now and you communicate better than when you were a young player, saying a lot of words and not being sure. So I think that's one. And then his ability to control his body and stay connected is really important. That's what centers do, right? They usually have a sideboard on one side or the other, and so it's a leverage game based on, okay, I need to take half of this guy's body and I'm going to alert my fit based off of that. And I think that's all part of him understanding the system and fits and things like that. And they've played a lot of football together, talking about the three guys inside. But Cooper Beebe continues to get better and better and better, and that's great for our offense.
I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not hearing no Cooper Beebe talk. Cooper Beebe is outstanding. Cooper Beebe is outstanding. We're going to look back and realize that Cooper Beebe was one of the best third-round picks the Cowboys have gotten in a long time. I bet you there are teams out there kicking themselves in the butt right now because they didn't draft Cooper Beebe. He has been nothing but consistent and absolutely dominant in some cases. Just does his job and goes home. He's absolutely great. But again, great, good press conference by Brian Schottenheimer. But I agree with you. Somebody here just said that I was saying the same thing a few days ago. Derek Harris, yeah, Schotty is looking a lot more serious this year. Yeah, because I think the fun and games are over. Yeah, the honeymoon is over now. Honeymoon is over now. Everybody be smiling in that honeymoon phase, But when it's time to start paying them bills and having those kids and making lifelong commitments, you get your, don't mean you don't have fun doing it, but you get your serious face on, and it's about execution now. So again, man, really liking everything that we're seeing from Brian Schottenheimer so far. And I think it's pretty cool that he's letting Klayton Adams call some plays during this time so that he can get an overall good perspective on everything that's being done. Gwen Bowden said, "Gee, as I said before now, the Cowboys are going to surprise a lot of people and the Cowboys haters. Gee, I honestly can't wait until the season starts when the boys start dusting teams off." You know what, Gwen? Let me tell you something. Based on what I've seen, you know who they're going to really surprise? If you look at the media outside of Dallas, they're talking that the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders. I don't know if it's all genuine, but a lot of people outside of the Cowboys sphere are saying that the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders. You know who I think they're going to surprise, Gwen? I think it's the longtime Cowboys fans they're going to surprise. Some of the biggest doubters of the Dallas Cowboys right now, it's the Dallas Cowboys fan base. It's the Dallas Cowboys fan base. It's some of the Dallas Cowboys media. The biggest doubters of the Cowboys now are not outside of the organization. They're inside of the organization. So, for example, you think about this, Gwen. Who's going to be shocked in the grand scheme of things? Louis Riddick has been talking about the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders. Foxworthy, many people over there at ESPN are talking about the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders, or they're going to contend for the crown this year. So many people are saying it. The only people that I've been hearing talk about the Cowboys, this, that, and the other, and they're not this and they're not that, it's people who claim to be, and I'm not saying that they're not, but it's the people who are the Cowboys fans, some of the Cowboys media, some of the Cowboys content creators. They're the ones who are the biggest doubters. And that's why when Jerry said the other day, last week, man, I'm telling you, I felt, man, when Jerry said, y'all are doubting us, y'all don't believe we're going to be good. Yeah, y'all, as in the Dallas media. Oh, yeah. Jerry meant that, Gwen. Because if Jerry is doing like I've been doing and just been watching what everybody's been saying out there. Man, there are so many people out there who have been saying they expect the Cowboys to compete. Only people I've been hearing talk about, yeah, man, pump the brakes and blah, blah. It's been Cowboys fans. I've been only people I've been hearing. They don't people I've been here. So the people who are going to be surprised, Gwen, I think it's going to be Cowboys Nation. That's who's going to be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised. I've been saying this since 2024. The Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl in 2026, no later than 2027. I truly believe that. Yeah, Mikey, Jerry cooked this offseason. I'm telling you, man, when you've had an offseason, you've had a draft, you know, in free agency like the Cowboys have had, man, all you need is execution, health, and some luck. And, man, you may find yourself exactly where you want to be. Bottom line. Yeah. And Shannon Sharp always says it best. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. You don't get lucky without preparation. You don't get lucky without preparing to do whatever it is you want to do. You have to prepare and execute, so that when the opportunity arises, you never know. You might play a team that everybody thought was going to beat you, and they don't have their starting quarterback. They don't have their starting left tackle. They don't have their starting right guard. They might be missing 2 cornerbacks. You never know what's going to happen. You got to prepare for the best so that when the opportunity comes, you can take advantage of it. There's nothing worse than getting an opportunity and not being ready. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. So the one thing that we are watching as it applies to this team is their preparation. They are preparing for greatness. They're preparing for greatness. And when you prepare for greatness, you expect greatness. So just keep watching. But again, Gwen, I think the people they're going to surprise is we're going to see a whole bunch of Cowboys, a bunch of Cowboys fans. They're going to be the ones who are going to be flip-flopping. Yeah, they're going to be doing all the flip-flopping. All right, so I want to listen to a couple of players.
Had a lot of fun back and forth today. Just talking about that.
We'll listen to a couple of player interviews. CeeDee Lamb's interview is pretty long here, so I don't know if I'm going to listen to the whole thing on CeeDee Lamb. I want to listen to some of this CeeDee Lamb interview, and then we're going to listen to some of the Cobie Durant interview, and then I want to go to Caleb Downs. Because, man, let me tell y'all something. Caleb Downs, man, watching Caleb Downs in the Cowboys practice has been phenomenal. It has been absolutely phenomenal. So let's check out some of this CeeDee Lamb. Let's check him out.
Competition as far as, you know, the iron sharpens iron thing.
Yeah, it's fire, man. I embrace it. I love it. And it's good to see your defense come out with that type of energy, that type of fire, that type of aggression early on, you know what I'm saying? And for us as an offense, it leaves us no choice to either bow down or fight back to get on top. And I know one thing about us, we won't bow down to nobody. So even if they're on our team, we're going to compete. They was hype at first until it's time to get down to it.
How gratifying is it? Does it ever get old when you run a deep route and Dak's able to throw it over the shoulder of the corner and you come down with it twice?
That'll never get old, ever. And I'm excited that we're able to do that more times than not and able to connect early on in camp. I feel like that was a lot of things me and Ford was missing in our time together. And I feel like we're hitting on all cylinders now.
What does it say for your resiliency and just how you perfected your resiliency over the years to, have a couple focus drops, knowing that you can clean those up easily but still be able to come out here and make those kind of deep ball plays?
Because at the end of the day, I'm in control of everything. I'm in control of the next move, my best move. Obviously, I was in control of my last, but just in hiding my focus, man, that's all it is, just keeping one thing at a time, one play at a time, one opportunity at a time. And every time I see the ball in the air, I look at it as an opportunity. So to have that and to know that my guys have that much trust in me, they know that I'm going to come down with it more times than not.
It seems like Camden Brown has kind of stacked some really good days here.
Right.
What can you make of what he's kind of
My man, a Louisiana, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, I have no clue who this guy Camden Brown is. This dude Camden Brown has been balling, man.
We're gonna start with that. But yeah, he's a dog, man. He's very physical at the top of the route. He's real good at getting to his spots and being very strong at the point of attack. So, like for him, he can high point the ball. Just talking about him throughout this practice, really the last couple of practices, just on what I liked about him. And yeah, he's a listener. He loves to learn. He's very physical. He's good in the run game. And obviously, you can see what he can do in the red zone. So.
We haven't seen you since you wore the little mosquito net or whatever the heck.
Oh, Lord.
What does that do?
Jesus Christ, it doesn't do anything. It's literally just a distraction. I don't think it was that big of a deal, but I guess it seemed to be a big deal to you guys.
But I've done that before with the tight ends years ago. They had like a plastic bag over their heads.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something to, and heighten, your focus. Like, you really got to look through these small little to find the ball. And as you saw with GP, the ball it don't change speeds, right? So, but like really just to lock in on the ball, lock in on your target, and complete the catch.
Would you say today was one of the more spirited, competitive practices you've had since you've been out here? This year, talking about?
Nah.
What was more?
I'm just working, man. Every day I'm working on something new. I don't really have a plan. It's just to get better every single day at different things. I'm trying different things. I know what works, so I'm trying the stuff that don't. And if it don't, I get it out and I move on.
Dak said the other day that you had told him.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cobie. Jerry and Schotty have tried to downplay it. But Cobie, I believe a quiet, boring, productive, active offseason is going to pay dividends for this team. Because people don't realize, man, you can be mentally tired as much as you can be physically tired. And I would rather be physically tired than mentally tired, because you can be physically tired but mentally energized. And it can really push your body in ways that even when you're tired, you can find that extra energy and still do the things that need to be done. But when you are mentally tired, and I believe DeMarcus Ware was talking mentally tired in 2023, just with everything that comes along with the Cowboys and all the talk and the anticipation and Micah Parsons being on the team and stuff that came along with that guys just said, man, I was mentally tired. It matters. People don't think it does, but it matters. It matters when you can free your mind and just focus on what you need to be focused on.
Hey, I'm pretty excited for Tuesday. What excites you about playing the Rams in that joint practice?
Just being able to compete against somebody else. Tired of seeing my own guys who know our plays. They've seen it for months now.
That's it.
And it's to this point, I feel.
See, that's what me and Miss Matrix was hinting at it, and I said it. But that's what me and Miss Matrix was talking about. That you're going to look pretty good for the most part, if you got some talent. I mean, if you got some talent and you start seeing the plays, you're going to be able to jump some plays and do some different things. But this is why this Rams thing tomorrow is going to be great for us. It's going to be great.
Like, let's see how we're going to operate when somebody else is across the line of scrimmage. We don't know each other. We're not good with nobody's technique. Are we still ready? Are we still those guys? And for me, I ask myself those questions, and it's only one way for me to get them answers.
As Rocco said something interesting yesterday about the last year's joint practice. As a rookie, he didn't take it as seriously as he felt like he should have.
Yes, sir. There will be blood. Yes, sir.
Who said this?
Donovan Ezra.
Okay.
What's your message to the younger guys as far as taking these joint practices seriously, especially not knowing if or when they'll be thrown into a preseason game?
To be honest, you just got to always be ready. I feel like every time we out here in practice and pads, it's an opportunity to sharpen your tools, because that's what I get out of it. After my years of being in the league, obviously you're gonna have your camps where you're just dominating and everything's working. Okay, so when you get in the season and some of those moves not working, do you have a bag deep enough? So I feel like in camp around these times, you want to fill your toolkit, man. Fill your bag with different moves, different sources, different weapons. And when the season come around, you could never run out because you've already prepared versus your teammates and then other guys. So that's what I would do. I honestly feel like just preparation leading up to the game, just get yourself ready mentally, physically, and emotionally ready to go compete.
On the stuff you're working on, how much leeway do you give yourself? Does it happen, if it doesn't happen immediately, like, oh, that's out, or do you kind of give it a couple of...
Nah, it's either going to work now or it's out. So I feel like, it's certain releases I give, a couple of them, like, maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I didn't.
Best 94, Frank Lawrence. Frank Lawrence said, who's the best 94? Charles Haley or DeMarcus Ware? Frank Lawrence, I'm going with Charles Haley. Charles Haley was just a nasty individual. I mean, on and off the field. I mean, I don't want none of the stuff he was doing off the field. But Charles Haley was a monster on the field. Yeah. Charles, and again, man, we splitting hairs. I'd like to have both of them, both of them. But I'd probably take Charles Haley.
Execute it this way, but then again, if it didn't feel the way that I thought it would, it's gone.
CeeDee, Kobe Bryant used to say he made a contract with himself before the season and he didn't break it.
Yeah.
What's your contract for yourself and the things that you want to do for this season?
I want to win. I want to win. I want to stay healthy, and I want to dominate the year. Whatever that looks like, whatever the numbers look like, that's cool. But as for me, I want to dominate. That's what I want to do. That's my contract to myself.
What do you think of Caleb Downs' early impressions here in training?
I mean, I see him every day. I've been seeing him every day for like the last 5 months. So like for him, he's real strong. He's real strong. Real competitive guy, real smart. And again, I told you, he's like his ability to adapt. I can get him on one thing one time, and obviously if we flip the play, he's gonna be on it. So again, that's where the tools come in at. That's where you use different releases, different bags, different approaches to get to the same spot. But like as for him, man, he makes me work and vice versa. You get good work out there.
On the slot fade, was that?
Let's get one more, guys.
That was definitely PI. 1,000%. He didn't get no head around. He was beat. But don't let me sit here and talk crazy about my teammate here, man. We good. We competing, man. Good stuff.
What do you think about?
Last one, Jeff.
When you think about just your growth with Dak, what is it like when you feel like you hit another level, and how often does that happen?
I love getting better. That's one thing about me. That's why you'll see here, like, I'm not having my camps the most this year out of this camp. And that's just because of the growth that I'm having, of just mentally putting myself in position for the game. Like, whatever you see out here, this is us practicing. You guys just have the luxury of watching us. Like, practice is practice. Practice is going to always be high emotion, high energy, and then this is where guys fail. You know what I'm saying? So, like, things of that nature, I'm not afraid to fail. That's one thing about me. So I'm going to go over on this route, and I'm going to see what it is. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And then we move on. So, like, for Dak, I want to run a route that's helpful to him, like, clear to him. Like, if he know what I'm running, I'm not worried about nothing else. I'm not worried about nothing else. As long as I'm in my spot where I need to be, I get the ball in my hands, I'll handle the rest.
All right, thanks, CeeDee.
For sure, y'all appreciate that.
Yeah.
How is this first couple of weeks going for you?
Yeah, man, I really like that from CeeDee Lamb there. And, I really want to catch something that CeeDee Lamb said. I think is very interesting what he said. CeeDee Lamb said he's not having his best camp ever. And I noticed that Patrick Walker, I don't know if y'all seen some of the Patrick Walker clips, but Patrick Walker has been saying, like, what's going on with CeeDee. He's been saying what's going on with CeeDee. And I don't really think there's anything going on with CeeDee. I really don't. Poobie D, I'm in the Dallas Metroplex. I don't really think there's anything going on with CeeDee. I really don't. You know what I really think that's going on in Dallas, even with these offensive players? They're playing against better competition. Last year, CeeDee Lamb was running all through. Okay, you said the stream is chopping. Okay, let me make sure. You close out some stuff here. Make sure I ain't. All right, I don't see nothing on my end. Yeah, I don't see nothing over here.
To be out there every day, feeling good just to be out there.
But again, yeah, like I said, I don't see anything over here. But the big thing with CeeDee Lamb, I don't think he's having a bad camp. I just think the competition is better. I mean, I just think that's the bottom line. Competition is better. All right, y'all see you have no sound. The live is buffering. I'm good over here. All right, hold on a second. All right, so can y'all hear now? I had to reset something. Make sure y'all can hear. All right. So again, you know, kind of listening to CeeDee Lamb. I don't think he's having a bad camp. I just think the people he's playing against they're better now. I mean, they're literally better now. And for that reason, I believe George Pickens is going to have I believe CeeDee Lamb's going to have a monster year. I believe CeeDee Lamb is going to have a monster year. I really do. Yeah, I should be back good now, Brandy. I believe that CeeDee Lamb's going to have a monster year. Absolutely. Yeah, Derek Rose said y'all close it out and then come back in on your on the live. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, I don't see any issues over here. Everything seems to be good. All right. So again, man, I really think that I really believe CeeDee Lamb's going to have a big year. I think this is really going to help him out. I really do. I think it's going to help him out. I think it's going to help him out because he's having to work harder this year. Because I'm telling you last year, man, CeeDee Lamb was destroying that secondary last year. CeeDee Lamb was destroying them. Not this year. He's not destroying them this year. I mean, in some instances, he might be getting destroyed. I mean, and that's good news for us. That is absolutely good news for us that it is going that well for the Dallas Cowboys. That is absolutely good for us. Okay, let's go over here. We're going to skip Cobie Durant. I want to go over here to Caleb Downs. Let me see here, Caleb Downs. I don't know who put this video together, but this video on Caleb Downs, man, this thing is incredible. I want y'all to check this out. I can't play the audio because it's got somebody else's music on it. I'm going to have to load up some new tracks for myself, but I'm going to play one of my tracks behind it. I want you to watch Caleb Downs and how this man has been treating CeeDee Lamb. Check this out. Caleb Downs, man, as far as practice goes, man, he been living up to the billing. Check out Caleb Downs. CeeDee Lamb is walking around saying, nobody can hold me. Nobody can hold me. Now look at Caleb Downs. Watch this. Pass break up. Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs on Ryan Flanoy. Man, Caleb Downs is man. This dude is a player, man. And it's funny when you look at him because you're like, he doesn't really look like that big of a player. This dude can play the game. Watch him again on CeeDee Lamb. Look. Don't mind coming up supporting the run. And there's other great plays from Caleb Downs, man. Caleb Downs, man, this dude, he's only gonna get better, man. He's only going to get better. He can play. This is why CeeDee Lamb isn't having. This is why CeeDee Lamb isn't having his best camp. Man, CeeDee Lamb is going up against some dudes that's playing this thing, man. They're playing. They're playing. He's been having better plays than that this season. I mean, he's been having better plays than that. This dude, man, he can just play. Caleb Downs is, man. If you're not excited that we have him now, you just wait until the season starts. Caleb Downs is going to make a huge, huge difference on this defense. He's absolutely going to make a huge difference. I skipped over, let's see. I want to check out another guy who's having a big time training camp, and it's Cobie Durant. Check out Cobie Durant. Cobie Durant has been absolutely balling, y'all.
I chit-chat with them throughout the days. Still to this day, those are my guys, and I'm just, here with the Dallas Cowboys now and, focus on my team and what we got to do to bring in going into joint practice against the Rams and, put it on film.
What's the benefit of going against another team?
You get to see the physicality, the camaraderie, the communication that you guys are on this side of the ball, going up against another team, and just, making the things we learn in the classroom come to life.
So this is, I think it's more than a trend. I think this is the way it's going to be in the league moving forward with starters not playing in preseason.
Yeah, Cobie, if he can handle, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Moving forward, maybe more than two those moving. Are you in favor of that, or what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you, Chef Pope. Be that guy.
Instead of the young guy that's literally fighting for reps.
I'm not sure. In this league, you never know. So if I'm playing in preseason, I'm playing in preseason. If I'm not really worried about that.
What is it
what up,
about
Rose?
Matt Stafford as a teammate and because a lot of us have followed him from a long time, him being a Dallas native and to follow his career from Detroit and then his success in LA, what was it that you can tell them about him as a teammate? Because we know about his arm and his stats.
Real genuine guy. He's old, so he's been in this league a long time, man, and he's just like a real big brother to everybody. Willing to, talk to you, anything you want to talk about, football, off the field, anything. He's a great guy.
Apologies if you've been asked, but now that it's almost here to practice on Tuesday, how excited are you for that?
Overly excited. I went up against that offense 4 years. high-power offense. You got Matthew Stafford, the running backs in the backfield, wide receiving core. You know, it's a sight to see. You know, when you in practice and you going up against it. But now I'm here with Dallas Cowboys running a new defense, new guys on the defense. Now you actually get to see what the guy next to you is really about going up against another offense.
Obviously, the defense had issues last year, but that wasn't. A lot of you guys are new. How much do you look back and say, hey, this is not last year. This is this year. We're starting from scratch.
Yeah, especially coming in, you know, as a new guy, and you know, making it to the NFC Championship and playing.
Do not be surprised if the Cowboys extend Cobie Durant. Do not be surprised. Cobie Durant is on a $5.5 million contract. Man, this is a blessing for the Cowboys to have a cornerback of this guy's caliber while you're developing Savon Revel Jr. Now, man, Savon Revel Jr. is going to be one of the cornerbacks for this team, and we'll see what happens about Devin Moore. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys extend Cobie Durant. I just wouldn't.
Playing on a good defense with the Rams, just coming in now and, you know, putting last year behind because it's a new year. The Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl last year. Everybody's 0-0 now.
What do you tell the young guys who this is going to be their first joint practice and first preseason about the best way and limited opportunities to make a good impression on the staff?
I'll say don't be afraid to fail. Just go out there and be you. Know what you're doing and know what the person next to you doing. It'll help you play fast.
Not to try to get you to compare, but the Rams do have two really great receivers and a lot of weapons. This is the same situation here. How does it make your defense better when you're going up against the talent all across the field?
It makes it great because
let me tell you,
you're not really gonna face a Matthew Stafford.
If you can face George Pickens, Dak Prescott, and CeeDee Lamb, Matthew Stafford, Puka Nicole, and Devontae Adams is no problem. They're no problem, man. They're no problem. No concerns. If you're going up against Dak Prescott and those guys every day, no problem.
Adams and a Puka Nicole, when you go in the regular season, you're not going to face a Dak Prescott with a CeeDee Lamb and a George Pickens. And when you go into the season, for our defense, when I was with the Rams, it was, it helped us a lot because going into the games, it was, everybody's not them. And it makes you build your confidence. Then I come here and I'm guarding CD and GP. And it's like, building the confidence again. And I'm blessed as a cornerback to be able to come from one high-power offense to come to another, then entering the season where it's, things will slow down a whole lot for me.
What was the most impressive thing to you about
his arm talent and, his IQ at a game. Any quarterback that can throw no-look passes 20 yards down the field is insane.
Awesome.
Thank y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Dak Prescott, based on what we saw the other day, looks like Dak Prescott is about to incorporate no-look passes into his game too. Yeah, like he's about to incorporate no-look passes into his game. But that was CeeDee Lamb. We watched the thing on listen to Cobie Durant and watch Caleb Downs. So, man, hey, let me tell you, I'm gonna use the words of Kippy right here. Kippy said, "I'm geeked for this season." Yes, sir, I'm with you, bro. I am geeked for this season. That's a great way to put it. Oh yeah, Tatiana said, "I'm ready for the season." You know what though, man? When you get my age, man, a lot of y'all, younger than me. When you get my age, you just learn to enjoy the journey. And I'm going to enjoy the journey. I am enjoying this entire off season. I'm enjoying the training camp. I'm enjoying Let's Talk Cowboys. You know what? I'm just going to take it day by day. Got tomorrow is just preparing us for things to come. Man, gonna be a great day tomorrow. I am so ready. I'm ready. We're gonna watch tomorrow. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy. Hey, yo, he said, Mikey said, what's your prediction for the Cowboys record this season? I think the Cowboys are going to surprise some people. I think they're going to probably win between 11 and 13. I think the base will be 11. I think the high point will be 13. I see 11 to 13 wins. It won't surprise me. It really won't. Gwen said Downs don't look like a rookie. What Downs has shown us to this point in training camp, he's putting everyone on notice, which he's saying this rookie is here to play. Yeah, I like what he's doing. I do. You know, I don't know how it's going to be. I can't remember how they did it last year as far as the game goes, but I do plan on being live tomorrow. When they do everything. So I'll find out, and y'all will know. Make sure you put those notification bells on. When I find out, I'll let you know. All right, we're gonna skip over John Machota. Yeah, we're gonna skip over John Machota because I know I got quite a few plays to show you from yesterday. So instead, we're gonna go to Nicole Hutchison first. Let's get our day 10 practice summary from Nicole, and then we're gonna watch exactly what she talked about that happened in practice. Yeah, I don't know what time tomorrow, Katharina Kiss. Make sure you put y'all hit those notification bells and put those notification bells on everything, because I got to find out exactly the time and how are they going to be able to put it up tomorrow. Because I thought last year we streamed during that scrimmage. At least I thought we did. Hey, you know what? I think he will when he get it next year. I'm telling y'all right now, Cobie Durant. Hey, we like Cobie Durant. Cobie Durant giving up that jersey. You watch what I tell you. Cobie Durant gonna give up that jersey. He's giving up that jersey. Caleb Downs is getting that jersey. You watch what I tell you. He giving up that jersey. It might take him a year to get it, but he giving up that jersey. All right, yeah, we're gonna go to the big plays. Day 10 big plays of the day. And before we do that, we're going to get Nicole Hutchison. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to list Nicole Hutchison's summary of the practice from yesterday. Let's check it out.
Before the record, we are going to be recapping.
Oh, that was Dak
right
Prescott.
Now. Let's get it, Nick.
I've seen a lot of practices here. It looks like there was going to be a fight, offense, defense battling. It was a great practice because they got so close. No fight. Very, very good practice.
All right, Tommy.
Not a bad day for CeeDee Lamb, connected deep with Dak Prescott 2 times. One of them was for a touchdown. Solid day for 88.
All right, Pat.
Looks like one of the biggest keys on the defense might be the lock. PJ Locke, he missed some time with injury, but he's back. He got an interception in the end zone and red zone drills against guess who? Dak Prescott. PJ Locke looks like he'll be a factor.
Hey, guess what? I've got Julius Wood. I think it was Patrick who said laying down the wood. Well, Julius Wood, how about an almost interception? Very next rep, he intercepts Joe Milton's pass and team, period. So many good things we can recap about today's practice, but we got more to recap when the Rams. It's time for practice with the Rams on Tuesday, guys.
You know, and some people may be a little bit disappointed when they hear the word interception. Well, I got news for you. I get excited when I hear interception. I'm excited because they're getting interceptions because the defense is challenging this offense. And I absolutely love it. Let's kind of read some of these things. Nicole Hutchison was talking about PJ Locke. Patrick Walker said Locke is key. Locke battled a minor injury that held him out for practice for more than a week. But if you're wondering if that cost him time in acclimating to Christian Parker's scheme, don't. It's evident the two have chemistry from their time spent together in Denver. And when Locke dropped back and intercepted Dak Prescott in the end zone during a red zone drill today, it became instantly clear that Locke will be a piece for the defense this year. I've already told y'all, all these people the Cowboys brought in, they're playing. These aren't just backup players. They're playing. Nick Eatman says intense situation. The ideal practice for any head coach would be what Brian Schottenheimer got from his team on Sunday. The offense won some reps. The defense won some reps. The intensity was sky high to the point it seemed the fight was near, but cooler heads prevailed. And the result was a high-spirited practice that saw plenty of wins from both sides as they likely made each other battle each other better in the process, or made each other better in the process. Absolutely. Tommy Yarish said Lamb talk. He said after a slow start for the day to the day on offense, Dallas first team found some rhythm with Dak Prescott connected with CeeDee Lamb on a deep over-the-shoulder throw that Cobie Durant couldn't get to. Lamb and Prescott connected a few more times over the middle before capping off the team period with another deep throw that Lamb caught for a touchdown and 2-minute drill. Yeah. Patrick Walker, he said Dirt Devil. He said a lot is being said of Ty Smith and Ty Booker as well as Ty Guyton, and rightfully so because they're all former first-round picks. But what's flown under the radar is the improvement of Cooper Beebe heading into year 3. He's been incredible to me the whole time. He's quietly been dominant at center in training camp. And if you don't believe me, ask rookie left tackle Overton. Beebe absolutely dirting the rookie for an eye-opening pancake on Sunday during a would-be touchdown run from Jaden Blue. Yeah. Yeah. Then we got over here Nick Eatman. Cam again, talking about Camden Brown. Receiver Camden Brown had more big plays. The rookie from Georgia Southern, caught a touchdown on the right side, just 2 plays after he got only 1 foot in bounds on a pass play to the left. Brown has been the most impressive of the rookie receivers so far in camp. Uh-oh. Now, we did draft the kid named, Alexander or something? Hey, man, even Mingo better be watching that. Tommy Yarish, nowhere to run. The Cowboys' run defense has been solid all camp, especially in the middle with Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark. On Sunday, however, it was the outside linebackers that made some stuffs early in the team periods. On the first play of 11-on-11, Donovan Ezaraku set the edge, shed a block from Tyler Guyton and made a would-be tackle on Javonte Williams. The very next play, Rashawn Gary got behind Tyler Smith quickly and swallowed up Jaden Blue. Yeah. And finally, Nick Eatman says familiar faces. A few former Cowboys were on the field Sunday, including safety James Washington. Man, let me tell you, if you don't know who James Washington is, go look at the tape. Boy, he was a headhunter before Darren Woodson. Dude was a baller. Played 5 years in Dallas from 90 to 94. The unsung hero from Super Bowl 28, you better believe it. Caught up with former teammate Nate Newton, who works for the Cowboys media team, along with Isaiah Stanback and Babe Laufenberg. Yeah. And so, again, man, just a lot of great things going on for the Cowboys. But tomorrow is going to be one of them days where the rubber is going to meet the road for this Cowboys defense in particular. And that's who I'm very excited to see. All right, Cowboys fans, in case y'all did not see it yesterday, it is time for the plays of the day.
Yes! Here we go!
The plays of the day from day 10. And I am telling you, Vach Lombardi was out there. Vach Lombardi is out there getting some play from the trenches, some clips from the clinches, and it is looking very good out there. So let's get to our first clip. I'm sorry about that. Let's get to our first clip. Jake Ferguson. Let's do it. Jake Ferguson. We need to see more of this Jake Ferguson. Yeah, we need to see more of that in the scene stuff. Jake Ferguson. Also, Ty Smith. Looks like Rashawn Gary. Oh, man threw Ty Smith on the ground. Y'all better stop playing with Rashawn Gary. Y'all better stop playing with Rashawn Gary, bro. I don't know what folks talking about. Stop playing with Rashawn Gary. The man is a dog. This is one of 2 passes that Dak Prescott threw to CeeDee Lamb. Pass breakup by Caleb Downs. Yeah, this is actually Caleb Downs. Now, I want y'all to watch Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs not only breaks the play up, look at what he does to CeeDee Lamb. Look. Staring him down. He stared CeeDee down. Now, again, this is the play that CeeDee Lamb is referring to. This is it would be called pass interference. Yeah, it would be called. He never looked around. Yeah, we already know that would be pass interference. But nevertheless, good play by Caleb Downs. All right, this is Dak to CeeDee Lamb, I believe. And that may be the same pass breakup from a different angle. All right, Joe Milton. We'll get that CeeDee Lamb deep pass in a moment. Joe Milton. This is gonna be, Joe Milton, come on, bro. Joe Milton, stop it, bro. Joe Milton, you out here, you know they can't touch the quarterback, bro. Don't be throwing the ball at the player, bro. You know they can't tackle you, bro. Look at Joe Milton on this play, man. What you doing, Milton? Oh, okay. He mad because he got touched. Stop it, Joe Milton. Stop it, Joe Milton. All right, this is Donovan Ezraku. This is courtesy of Patrick Walker. Donovan Ezraku out there on Tyler Guyton. Sheds the block. Oh, nice. Nice. Now, for some reason, Dak Prescott runs out here with his hand up. I guess he thought this play was going to break. Well, this play didn't break. Y'all see Dak Prescott put his hand up and finger up in there? Well, I don't know. Maybe he didn't notice that it got stopped. Yeah, that play got stopped. I like the way the defense is playing. All right, let's see here. I think this is the play. Dak Prescott. This is the one to Lamb. Oh! Cobie Durant, ain't nothing you can do about that, bro. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do about that, bro. Ain't nothing you can do. Yeah. That's one of the ways you're probably going to have to beat a player like Cobie Durant. You know, he's a shorter player. He can play a lot of that short stuff. You're going to have to beat him over the top is what you're going to have to do. All right, let's see. I think this may be the same play. Let's see if it's the same play. Yeah, same play, different angle. Yeah. Oh, that's a different one. This time it was a touchdown. It looked the same. Same play, different down and distance, but he got him. Yeah, he got him. Yeah. This is how you beat a cornerback like Cobie Durant. He's a smaller corner. So you just got to beat him over the top. Because he might get you on some of that short stuff. He might cut under a pass on you because he's small and quick. But this is how you beat a guy like him. Again, Caleb Downs, real deal. Now, this is the play, so it's a pass interference. And when you think about it, man, Cobie Durant actually played this play extremely well. He just got to get his head around. He played this perfectly. Yeah, this is exactly what you want to do, but you got to get your head around. And Dak's got to work on that timing. This is why it's called practice. Sometimes people get mad when you miss passes and things of that nature. But this is why you practice, because when the season starts, see right here, see Dak Prescott got to throw this ball right there, and probably will get it out a little bit further. But nevertheless, Caleb Downs really played it in a way to where it was going to be hard to complete it either way. So, you know, great job by Caleb Downs. Yeah, great job by Caleb Downs. All right, got some D-line work here. Let me see. At least I thought I had some. Looks like they might have removed that one. All right. See if we can get another Lamb play here. I'm thinking, let's see. Now this one here, it looks like the same play that Cobie Durant Caleb Downs broke up, but he didn't break this one up. Touchdown, CeeDee Lamb over there in the corner. Yeah, man, if Lamb stays healthy this year, he's gonna have a great season. This right here, Rashawn Gary, courtesy of Voch Lombardi. Rashawn Gary versus Tyler Guyton. Well, actually, I didn't see Tyler Guyton on him. Looks like Guyton went outside and got somebody else, and Gary stepped inside. And that's Todd Smith that Rashawn Gary goes around, I think. Yeah, yeah, that's the same play, but a different angle. It's the end zone angle. Boy, Rashawn Gary, boy, that boy's serious, bro. This boy, Rashawn Gary, he's serious. That was a nice play by Rashawn Gary, too. All right, let's see here. Savon Revel Jr. in coverage. Great recovery. Yeah. But again, this is practice. Sam Howell is actually got to get this further out there. Not that I don't believe that Revel could have caught up somewhat, but if you get that further out there, I don't think he makes this pass breakup. Might have been a slight pass interference, but I like it. I like what I'm seeing from Savon Revel Jr. All right, got some more D-line play courtesy of Voch Lombardi. This is Malachi Lawrence. Okay, what number is Malachi Lawrence? Is he like 99 out there? All right, that's Malachi Lawrence. All right, let's get one more in here. Let's see. Thinking that's, what number is Malachi? If he's saying this is Malachi Lawrence, I'm assuming he must be 99 out there. Okay, you said he's 57, you did? Okay, I was trying to check out the number there. He said this is Malachi Pack. I'm trying to locate him out here. Oh, okay, I see him out there on the edge. Okay, thank you. I had to 57. Okay, got it. I guess what I was looking for was a play in a sense, but okay, he's just lined up out there. I see. Okay, like he's out there in pass coverage. Yeah, you got to be versatile in this offense, man. Okay, so, all right, I see Lawrence out there. I see him. All right. I see you, Lawrence. Okay. I see him. All right. Let's close these out. Malachi Lawrence. I think the Cowboys are going to use him in a lot of different ways. All right, let's see here. This is courtesy of Patrick Walker. This is a Bonnie Conda. Oh, nice little block out there. Nice. Oh, here we go. Oh, cut it in. Yes, sir. Now, one thing about a Bunny Conda, he's definitely got some speed. But, of course, we know he'd have been tackled back there. All right, nice way to set the edge there. Man, is that Triquez Bridges out there, bro? All right. Next, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna come. We talked about this thing with Christian Parker. We might talk about that tomorrow some more. All right, this is Donovan Ezaraku. I think we got a couple plays from Donovan Ezaraku. Donovan Ezaraku, for him to be a pass rusher, man, he plays the run better than he plays the pass at this point. Yeah, that's him right there. That would have been a stop. Donovan Ezaraku again. Let's see. Same play, different angle. Man, them coaches better be careful out there bumping into guys with helmets on. Get knocked out. All right, let's see what this one is here. Donovan Ezaraku, courtesy of Nick Harris. Let's see if this is the same play. All right, different people, same play. Sorry about that. Okay, we had a Maurice Leah foul sighting, y'all. There was a Maurice Leah foul sighting. Maurice Leah foul. That was a stop by Maurice right there. Yeah. I see you, Maurice Leah foul. I still think Maurice Leah foul is fighting for his life out here, though. I really think he's out here fighting for his life, man. All right, this is courtesy of Vash Lombardi. Maurice Leah foul. Got blocked out of the play right there. Yeah, you got took out of that play. All right, let's see the next play. Maurice Leah foul again. Yeah, didn't really have a chance right there. And this is really what you face when you have smaller guys like Maurice Leah foul playing the edge against true offensive tackles. They don't have a chance. I mean, bottom line, man, they don't have a chance unless they're going to beat somebody with quickness. Now, it looked like he's on a tight end right there, but I really didn't see anything there. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I didn't really see anything there. I don't even see a lot of hustle on that play. I could be wrong, but I don't see a lot of hustle on that play. I mean, I know people like Maurice Leofau. I like him too. He fighting an uphill battle though. He fighting an uphill battle. As Brian Schottenheimer said, unfortunately. All right, let's see. Malachi Lawrence with a sack. Let's see what it look like. This is Malachi Lawrence on your left-hand part of the screen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't even worry about that. It would have been a sack before an interception. Looks like Malachi Lawrence shot through there. Bam! Who the heck is that he beat like that? Is that Jaden Blue? That is Jaden Blue, I believe, that Malachi Lawrence beat. Oh, come on, Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue, bro, you gotta make that block. Come on, man. I mean, he literally just jumped in the... Come on, Blue. Oh, Blue. Come on. Blue, you gotta do better than that, bro. You gotta do better than that. That's kind of stuff right there. Get you cussed out in the film room, bro. All right, we got a Tyler Guyton, I think. Courtesy of Bosch Lombardi. Tyler Guyton and Sam Williams. Tyler Guyton and Sam Williams. Uh-oh. Looks like Jaden Blue broke out of there. I don't know what they were supposed to be doing. They broke out of there. Man, Guyton up there manhandling old Sam Williams, though. Guyton manhandling, boy. Boy, I'd hate to go. Ooh. Let's see here. Sam Williams. Boy, ooh. Man, I tell you what, they giving this O-line some battles in here, man. Yeah, all right, I see what they're doing there. All right, let's see. Savon Revel Jr., we saw this one already. Yep, saw that one. Here's Camden Brown. Man, I'm telling you right now, Mingo and these guys better watch out because this is all I've been seeing. This Camden Brown dude been balling. This is courtesy of Patrick Walker, I believe. Yeah, man, these guys better step it up, bro. This dude, Camden Brown, has been balling. I can tell you right now, Cowboys got lucky last year, let go of Flournoy, and then was able to get him back. They ain't gonna be able to do that with a player like this guy here. He is balling. I'm sure there are people who are noticing this. All right, this is Dak and Ferg up the seam. I think we saw that earlier. But we definitely still need to see more of it. All right, this is Javonte Williams. Courtesy of John Machota. I see you. Who was that knocked him out like that? Somebody knocked that boy out. Get out of here. Who is that? Boy, I tell you what, man, hey. Man, this Cowboys defense, boy, they ain't playing. They don't care who you are. They ain't caring nothing about what this offense is, bro. They out there. Yeah. I saw that Roxy fan said Mingo. Who's that said Mingo? Somebody said Mingo, though. Mingo Rice a fan. Yeah, man. Bro. Yeah, I think he good as gone, bro. I think he good as gone. All right. I think this is Patrick Walker. George Pickens. Having an outstanding camp. Oh, that's a sack. Dak would have been sacked. It's a touchdown, but Dak would have been sacked. Ezraku actually got there, y'all. Y'all see that? Let's go back. Yeah. Donovan Ezraku got there. Check it out. Right here. Yeah, Donovan Ezraku got there. Yeah, he had to hold up right there. Ezraku, don't get that close to the money again, bro. Don't get that close to the money again. We don't need you getting up under Dak's feet or something. We know you got there, bro. Slow down. Man, let me tell y'all something. I know it's only one play. But Jaden Blue, bro, you and Phil Maffa, Malik Davis, y'all got some competition in town. Joshua Corbin steps off the plane in camp the next day, and look at this play. Look at this. Screen. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I see you, bro. You definitely look faster than you did on the tape I saw. You look faster on this play than I saw on anything you did in the UFL. Oh, yeah. I see you, Joshua Corbin. I think we're gonna see him in preseason. Yeah, he gonna make somebody's team if you don't make this one. But he might make this one. Let me see here, make sure this isn't the same thing. Yeah, we saw this earlier. All right, let's close some of these out. Man, I'm telling you, hey, I'm gonna see what they're gonna be doing with Jay-Sean Corbin over the next few days. He come right in getting work. All right, let's see. Rashawn Gary with a sack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a sack. Yep, that was a sack. Who in the world? Let me see how did he win this? Let's see here. Who did he beat over there? Who is that number? Is that Terrence Steele? Who is number 78? Is that Terrence Steele? I think that's Terrence Steele he ate up over there. Terrence Steele. What the? Terrence Steele. Bro, you gotta do better than this. Man, I'm telling y'all, people better stop sleeping on Rashawn Gary. They better stop sleeping on Rashawn Gary, bruh. Look at that. Man, Terrence Steele look like you don't even know what the heck you doing out there, bro. I thought you went to the camp, man. Come on, man. What the heck you doing out here, bro? Terrence Steele got his lunch ate again. Another play that gets you cursed out in the film room. All right. I think we've already seen this play. Yeah, it's Dak to Jake Ferguson. Never gets old. We need to see more of it. All right, I think we saw this Malachi Lawrence. Yeah, we saw the Malachi Lawrence pack that he put together. But again, those Cowboys fans, once again, the plays that pays. Those were the plays of the day. Yeah, I'm very interested in what we see tomorrow, though. Because, again, you know, it's a lot easier to do some of the things they're doing. You know, they're seeing what they're doing, all of them. They're, you know, and I really think the defense is at more of an advantage than the offense because Dak Prescott and these guys are truly seeing some things, at least they haven't seen as a unit. And the defense, some of them, not all of them, some of them are seeing some of the offense they've seen last year too. Yeah, Tatiana, you know what? Malik Davis is there, but I hadn't seen Malik Davis on anything. I haven't seen him on anything, so we'll see. Fred Walker, he said, I told you earlier that the wide receiver room will generate the most competition. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with you. And we got this guy, yeah, you're right, Fred Walker. And this dude, Camden Brown, done came out of nowhere. Right, X-Fan said if Blue can have consistent ball security, he might make the Pro Bowl with his God-given ability and with the triplets in the middle of our line. He better learn how to block a little bit better, too. Because I can tell you now, man, Brian Schottenheimer be looking for anything to criticize him on sometimes. But, yeah, man, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Defense looking pretty good. Tatiana, I think you asked me earlier, did I like Raising Cane's? Man, Tatiana, my youngest son, burnt me totally out on doggone Raising Cane's. I even hear the term Raising Cane, I get mad now. I can't stand, I used to love Raising Cane's. Man, they done burnt me out over here on Raising Cane's. I can't even do Raising Cane's no more. I can't do it. I had to be real hungry to do some Raising Cane's. Used to love Raising Cane's and that Raising Cane sauce. Now, shoot, man, I can't do it. Man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. 3 hours of Cowboys content. Now, again, let me see if I can find the schedule. You know, the funny thing is, and I don't know why this is, but when you look at the Cowboys schedule that somebody had posted, they don't even have the Rams scrimmage on there. They have the Saints scrimmage, but they don't have the Rams scrimmage. And I'm not quite understanding why that is. But the Rams scrimmage is not on here. When you pull up the Cowboys schedule, the 2026 schedule, the Saints, they're on here. Open practice, New Orleans Saints next Tuesday. But as far as the Rams go, it's not on here. So I don't know what time we're gonna be able to catch that. I'll let you guys know. Make sure y'all turn those notification bells on. Brandy said I need to do play-by-play. Well, I plan on doing play-by-play tomorrow on the scrimmage game. I plan on doing play-by-play. So whatever time that game is on, I plan on being on, but I haven't seen anything on that. Let me see if I can locate that. If anybody finds it out, shoot it to me on X. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, there's no time. Let's see. It says the exact start time is to be determined. Yeah, doesn't have a time. Yeah, no time. Let's pull up something real quick. Over here on the Rams wire. Hold on a second. Let's pull this up real quick. They are talking about the biggest matchups of that day. Let's get one last segment in here. Hold on a second. Y'all forgive me. Let's put this in real quick. Let's look at a couple of these real quick, and then we'll get out of here. So they said that the big matchups to look out for. The Rams got 6, and then we'll look at the one from Yahoo Sports. They have 5. So, says here, they feel like one of the 6 big matchups is Trent McDuffie versus CeeDee Lamb. I don't think that's a matchup. CeeDee Lamb ate his lunch last year, if I'm not mistaken, with the Chiefs. Another one they said is cornerback Jalen Watson versus George Pickens. you've lost your mind. He ain't no match for CeeDee Lamb. Right guard Kevin Dotson versus Quinnen Williams. I don't even think that's a match, but we're going to see. It says the Rams' interior defenders are no slouches with Kobe Turner and Braden Fisk bringing plenty of juice. But on Tuesday, Dotson will go up against Williams, who's one of the best tackles in the NFL. It'll be good one-on-one battles. Two incredibly powerful human beings in the trenches. Myles Garrett versus right tackle Terrence Steele. I thought he was actually going to go up against Tyler Guyton. Well, if we just saw what we saw from Rashawn Gary when he did to Terrence Steele, well, they better keep the paramedics on tap for Myles Garrett and Terrence Steele tomorrow, because Rashawn Gary bodied that man. Kyron Williams versus Demarion Overshown. Okay, very interesting. Tight end Terrence Ferguson versus Caleb Downs. Okay, I can see that. All right, there was another article here too. Let's see what Yahoo Sports said. They said the 5 biggest battles. Interesting. Let's see here. Let's see if they kind of spell them out. Okay, I got to read through. Look like a little bit. All right. So it looks like they says, will Myles Garrett get a crack at Dak Prescott? Well, he shouldn't get a crack at Dak Prescott because you're not supposed to be doing any hitting. Let's see here. It says the Rams wide receiver 3 battle. Oh, okay. So they're talking about not players battling. They're talking about players, I guess, on the team battling for position. So this is actually 2 different perspectives. So let's check this out. So Yahoo Sports looks at this a different way. Yahoo Sports is not looking at the opposing opponent as much as the players battling on the teams for position. It says the Rams wide receiver 3 battle is one of the most intriguing one for the Rams, is they do not quite know. Sorry about that. They do not quite know who's going to be their 3rd wide receiver behind Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. So it says CJ Daniels has been turning heads in camp, so they'll see. Xavier Smith and Kanata Mumpfield waiting in the wings. So as far as the Cowboys go, Tyler Guyton has already beat out Nate Thomas. We already know that. Javonte Williams is a starting running back. So I guess they're saying the battle to watch for the Cowboys is at running back between Jaden Blue, Phil Moffitt, and Malik Davis. Then they said for the Rams, it says, how will the offensive line hold up as the Rams have added Garrett to the mix? So they're now talking about Smith, Beebe, Terrence Steele. So we'll see. Then for the Cowboys in the cornerback room, it's a battle between Cobie Durant, Savon Revel Jr., which I'm not sure if that's really a battle, because I think they're both going to play. Jalen Thompson is safety. I think the Cowboys have a plan on that. So Rams have brought in Jalen Watson, Trent McDuffie, blah, blah, blah. So, and then again, tomorrow also we should see some Malachi Lawrence, maybe versus Jayshon Barham. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. But again, we'll get the time and we'll get that up and running. Yeah, we'll get that up and running tomorrow when we find out. So now, again, great show today, Cowboys Nation. Appreciate your chat. But we'll find out what time the game is tomorrow, and we'll get up and going around that time. So again, y'all hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for all things Dallas Cowboys. But again, excited Dallas Cowboys fans. Quinnen Williams got the extension. We get to see the Rams play the Rams tomorrow. Get to see what the defense looks like. Man, it's going to be really good. Get to see them go up against some competition other than their own. So again, Cowboys fans, that's going to do it for me. Y'all been in here talking about food, and man, I can't do no doggone Raising Cane's. I'm about to go in here on the Blackstone Griddle and cook me some hamburgers. So until the next time, best chat on YouTube, DC4L. God bless. Let's talk Cowboys. We talk facts. Peace.